Bingy boy, is that your town has the worst traffic accident record in this sector.
Well, you got one thing right, Colonel Credit Grabber. This is my town. And if the general insists on a traffic control officer, then I'm going to appoint one of my own men, a Navy man.
All right, Captain Courageous. Have it your way.
It's always more fun your way. Just remember, General Bronson and I will be watching your accident rates with interest.
You did that on purpose, you hot rodder. You come back. He's a menace. Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
You menace? You're a menace, that's what you are.
Hi, Captain. Anything wrong, sir?
Hi, there's plenty wrong. That chintzy colonel... Well, what am I telling you for? All I want is for you men to be very careful with your driving.
Yes,
You're
sir.
not careful.
Yes, sir.
The general is upset about the accident record.
Oh? Hi, guys. What's the meeting all about? George! Watch out for the bush gun!
Just try to have your nincompoop.
Oh, you left out numbskull, sir.
I'll run your skull for you.
Chuck, are you all right? Yeah, but it's the last time I do him a favor.
What do you mean you did me a favor?
Well, I got up early this morning. I went down to the motor pool to get in line so I could get an oil change and lube job. This is your Jeep.
You mean this pile of junk is my Jeep? Oh, I'm gonna kill him now. I don't care what they do to me.
No, Captain. No, not with the flowers.
That's it. I'll hold it right there. There we go. Take those flowers out of there. Get everything all squared. There you are, Captain. Looks just as good as new.
Yeah. At least you ought to look at the bright side, sir. No flat tires. Boy, the Navy sure makes good tires. Look at that.
Well, no, don't blow your stack, sir. But
I mean, after all, we'll fix it up just as good as new. You bet we'll take it over to the motor pool and...
No.
No.
No, you can't take it to the motor pool.
That's what I said, sir. We won't take it over to the
No,
motor pool.
Herrick will find out about it. He'll report the accident to the general, and then I'm going to be in big trouble. You pirates are going to fix this thing yourself.
Us?
But this needs a major overhaul.
We don't have the tool or the equipment.
Cut. You're going to fix this just as good as new, or Hot Rod Charlie here is going to spend the duration in the brig.
Well, sir, if that's the way you want it, sir, that's the way you'll get it.
all right, boys. Come on. Let's tow it back to the base. Let's go.
Here, sir. I don't think we'll be needing that.
Oh, get away from me. Just get away from me, you bird brain. Get away from me.
That's telling them,
Oh,
sir.
what are you standing around gabbing about? You're the new traffic control officer, so start controlling.
Oh, thank you, sir. All right, you men, you heard the captain. I am the new traffic control officer. Now, let's get that hunk of junk out of here. Don't you ever yell at me like that again. I'll tell the captain.
Oh! Skip, this is impossible. We'll never get this thing fixed.
Yeah, the guys are right, Skip. Look, why don't I just turn myself into lead bottom and let him do his darndest? You can tell my mother I died in action.
Oh, ease off, Chuck. We'll get it fixed, all right? You wait and see. Hey, Pooch, how we doing?
Almost finished at this end, Skipper-san.
You can douse your torch, Samurai. It's a waste of time. Skip, the block is cracked. We need a whole new engine.
What? What are we going to tell old Lead Bottom?
Speak of the devil.
Here he comes.
On a motorcycle.
Oi, hey!
Come on, you better get out of here. Come on. Never mind. Just please.
Carpenter, be careful! Whoa! Stop, you fool! That's an order! Whoa!
Oh, my goodness, sir.
Afternoon, sir. It looks like you had a little bit of a rough ride.
Rough ride?
Yes, sir.
Teddy Roosevelt couldn't have had it any rougher than I. All the things I could tell you about. I couldn't get any decent transportation. I had to get it right in this thing.
Yeah.
Isn't my Jeep ready yet?
How will you see, sir?
I don't. Wait a minute. Get your hands off of me, that's all. Just... That was a sneak attack. That man deliberately tried to shish kebab me. But which one of the 8 balls is this?
Oh, but sir, that's Tinker. Machinist Bay Bell, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, maybe you better take it down to sick bay.
I don't want to go to sick bay. I feel all right. It's no thanks to this arsonist. Bill is...
Bell, yes, sir.
I want him on report.
On report, yes, sir. Look, you're confined to your tent. Now get in there.
On report.
Yes, on report.
Bill was?
Bell, sir.
All right. Now, what happened to my Jeep? Why isn't it ready?
Oh, well, I'm afraid we got some bad news for you, sir. You see, you've got a cracked engine block. You're going to need a new engine.
Oh, well, that isn't so bad. Just slip on in there. Hook it right up. A new engine.
A new engine, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm afraid we're going to have to get one at the only place from the Army motor pool, sir.
Oh, no. No, you're not going to do that at all. You go over there, Harrigan will hear about it. I don't want him to hear about it. Now, you get me one.
Yes, sir.
You find me one, you build me one, you steal me one. I don't care where you get. I don't want to know where you get it.
Yes.
But just get it
Yes.
and have it in my office by noon tomorrow. You're going to be sorry.
Noon, yes,
You're
sir.
going to be sorry, too.
Yes, sir.
Hey, get out of the way.
Let me help
I
you,
hope
sir.
you control traffic better than you control...
Oh, sir, I do my best.
Get out of the way. This man is not responsible.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Come on, you man, out of the way. Watch your foot. Come on. Slow down. Help!
Let's hope he's in.
Come sei fatto? Idioso, vagabondo, sbagliato, assassino!
Buongiorno, signor Balducci.
Oh, buongiorno, McHale. How's things?
Well, as a matter of fact, not so good. We got a little problem.
You got the problem.
Yeah, we were just wondering if you got a good car engine that you could loan us. I mean, we'd be glad to pay.
Car engine. Take a look at that.
Boy, hey, can we have this one?
No.
Nico.
Sorry, Mikhail. This engine is for the big race tomorrow.
Yep. What big race?
Yeah.
The Voltafiore Grand Prix. Oh, it's beautiful. Once a year, the air is filled with the aroma of sweet gasoline and burning rubber.
Yeah, but where's your racing car? I don't see any.
That's my problem. Such a beautiful engine. Purrs like a pussycat. And where's my racing car? My stupid old cousin Mario just called. On his way over here, he had to roll off in the back of his truck. He's kabloo. He's all wrecked up. Benito.
Oh, boy, what a mess. You got an engine that needs a car, and we got a car that needs an engine.
Hey, stop. Un momento. Just a minute. Is it a good car?
Well, it's not exactly a car. It's Binghamton's Jeep.
Hey, let's solve both our problems. Now Balducci can enter the big race tomorrow. McHale, you got the deal. Bravo!
No. Wait a minute. Hold it. Well, what deal? Look, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking...
See, I think I am. I lend you my engine for your Capitano. He lend me his Jeep for the Grand Prix. That to make everything, how you say, even Stefano.
No, even Steven. Even Steven.
Wait a minute. You know what you're asking? You want a U.S. Navy Jeep in an Italian road race? Look, if Binghamton ever found out, you know what he'd do?
Well, who's going to tell him? You get him out of town in the morning. The race is at noon. When he return, he get his Jeep back good as new.
Yeah. That's tricky, Skip, but it could work. What do you say?
What do I say? Well, what else am I going to say? How do I get myself into these messes?
Bravo! Oh, bravo! Buongiorno, amigos. Buongiorno. As Balducci promised, I worked all night on the Capitano's Jeep. And now I show you, in honor of the Grand Prix, our proud entry from your town and mine, Voltafiore. Ecco, Binghamton. Magnifico, eh?
Bing's a bomb. Holy Toledo, what did you do to the captain's Jeep?
Oh, I'm going to turn myself into Binghamton and save you guys a little time.
Don't you worry. This paint and everything come off right after the race. Hey, it's almost time. Now I do my part, you do yours. Get the Capitano out of town.
I'm for that.
Fast. Your plan sure better work, Skip. Yeah, it's going to be so crowded on that brig, the mice are going to be eating standing up.
Oh, if the captain ever should see his Jeep. All right, let's go, Chuck. But remember, you got to do it exactly the way we rehearsed it. All right, let's go.
Binghamton here. What did you say I was calling? Allied headquarters?
Hello, General Winston Smythe here. Yes, Smythe of the Royal British Forces. I'm on my end. Are you on yours?
Yes, I mean, who did you want to speak to, General?
Well, you, Bingy old boy. Yes, say, a matter of utmost importance has come up. Yes, we'd like you to leave town immediately.
Leave town? But why?
It's in honor of Field Marshal Montgomery.
Field Marshal Montgomery is in town? I didn't know that.
You didn't? Well, of course you didn't know. You wouldn't. Why, it was top secret, yes. Even Monty didn't know, yes. We had him blindfolded all the way. Simply marvelous about it, yes. Well, now, the meeting will be at 0900 in San Luca, so you better get cracking, old boy.
Oh, San Luca? Well, that would take me 3 hours to get there and then 3 hours to get back.
Carpenter, where?
No, back again, yes. Must be an American phone. Well, we were wondering if you could bring your aide. Yes, what's the fellow's name? Carbuncle? Carpenter, yes. Field Marshal Montgomery likes all the aides there, yes. So, we'll see you there, won't we? Good. Cheerio, pip-pip, and all that sort of rot. Goodbye. Well, how do you think we did, old bean?
Oh, we'll know in half a mo. Come on, phase 2. Let's go, boys.
Sure, I'm you dunce. Would you watch it with the hands and the whistle and everything? Oh, now come on. We have to leave town.
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I thought you were just an ordinary pedestrian. Leave town?
Yeah.
Oh, but sir, I'm the official traffic control officer.
Who cares about that?
I do, sir.
Field Marshal Montgomery wants to see us. Now, we've got to find a replacement for you.
Oh, yes.
There must be someone around here. Oh, Parker, get over here on a double.
Yes, sir. Did you want me, sir?
Now, what are you doing in town? And where's my Jeep?
Jeep. Oh, now, don't you worry, sir. It'll be in tip-top shape by the time you get back.
How did you know I was going anywhere?
Going? Well, you just look like a man who's going somewhere. Yeah, you know how your mouth turns up when you're going away?
Stop with the nonsense. Now, I've got to leave immediately. So I'm going to make you my traffic control officer, and nothing better go wrong while I'm away.
Boy, a new helmet and goggles. Does it have a secret compartment? You have a good time, sir.
Oh, good. How can I have a good time in a thing like this? Imagine a torture rack like this on wheels. All your fault, too.
Oh, here, let me help you in there, sir.
I can get in by myself.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
All right, come on, boys. Let's get this race started. Let's go. Balducci, when are the other entries going to show up?
Well, with the fighting up north, we only got one other entry, the town of Marinello.
Marinello? But they're behind the German lines. How are they going to race?
I don't know, but they figure away. They haven't missed a race in 20 years.
Oh, what a war. What in the blazes is that?
Well, it's a German staff car.
Jerry's.
And driving on the wrong side of Piazza. Boy, I'm going to tell
Wait a
them.
minute, hold it. All right, take cover, everybody. Hey,
Don't shoot. That's not a German. That's my friend from Marinello. Angelo Carbolini. Angelo.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Hey, wait, hold it. Look, I see it, but I don't believe it. Now, where'd he get this German staff car?
I stole it from the Germans. Marinello must have an entry in the Grand Prix or it's a disgrace.
All right. You guys get over there. All right, come on, boys. Get the car over there in line. Let's go. Come on. All right.
this town, I want to say that we're going to have a good, clean Grand Prix. Now remember, no zigzagging, no hogging the road, and above all, remember, go! No speeding!
The jumping Hannah. What's keeping them? This is going to be the slowest Grand Prix in history. They've been going for 20 minutes already.
Here they come, Skip.
Here, let me have a flag so I can flag them on through.
All right, folks, now let them through. They're coming through on the first lap. Hey, attaboy, Captain, you're first.
Careful! Careful!
Hi, Captain. Hi. Welcome home, sir. Did you have a nice trip?
What the devil is going on here?
Well, what the devil's going on, sir? A surprise. Yes, a surprise, sir. And it's a celebration in honor of your return, sir. Yes, sir. However, it's because the townspeople missed you so much. Isn't that right, my son?
Missed me. I've only been gone for an hour.
Oh?
Yes, and it would have been a lot longer if we hadn't had a flattened call ahead. Commander McHale, that military governor's meeting was a phony, and I'm going to tell...
I'll handle this. Get out! Get me out of this contraption.
Yes, sir.
Man is so irresponsible.
Hey,
It's back. Wait a minute. Back there. Where's my Jeep? Is it fixed?
Oh, it's all fixed, sir. Yes, sir. And working like a charm. Yes, sir. Oh, but, sir, don't you think that you and Carpenter should wait in your office? After all, we've worked so hard for this little celebration. You won't disappoint us with that.
Sir, and don't you worry about the traffic. Since I've been in charge, why, there hasn't been one violation.
Yes, sir.
Until now.
Oh, sir, the dirt on your glasses. Here, let me clean them off. I dropped them, sir.
McHale, how dare you do that?
Governor, here, give me a hand. Look for them.
People booing. Carpenter, what is going on?
I don't know, sir, but I'll take a look. Down here. I'll look at the glass.
Speeding vehicle out there. And why are they cheering now? Where are the... I order you to give me those glasses.
Here, sir. Here's your glasses, sir. Your glasses. Here they are, sir, right?
I couldn't find them.
I got them. There you are, sir. I'm terribly sorry. Now, as for those speeders, Control Officer Parker will jump right into your cycle and take off after them and give them a good stiff warning.
I don't want any warnings.
Warning?
I'm going. Never mind. No, I want them under arrest. I'm going to turn them in.
He'll arrest him, sir. You can catch him.
You'll catch him, all right? Because I'm going along to make sure. And don't touch my glasses again. No, I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Parker, you move! Be careful! Slow down! Stop! Help!
We are going. Now go through the alley. We'll hit them off.
Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd like to stop and look for a comfort station.
Comfort station. Get going.
Hold it, will you?
What? No, wait a minute. Go down. Help! You dunce! What is the matter now? Get the thing started.
Well, I'm trying, sir. Well, maybe if you'd get out and give us a little push.
Give it a little push. I could give you a little push. There's Germans! There's Germans in this area. We're being attacked.
Oh, well, we better get out of here. Come on.
No, it's too late for that. We better surrender. Surrender. Put your hands up. We surrender. No shooting, see? No can be given the up and see.
Mr. Parker, please get out of the way.
They know you, Chucky. Oh, thank goodness. Tell them I like Germans, too.
I'm not German, I'm an Italiano. Now, please, move that sickle so I can finish the race.
An Italiano? Oh, I'm so good for a minute there. I thought... But what race?
Porca miseria, get out of the way. I'm gonna tell McHale about this. He's to run a crook at the Grand Prix.
McHale and the Grand Prix? So that's what this is all about. McHale is running a crooked race in my town. Well, the general hears about this. What was that for? That's the strangest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Did you see that? Well, never mind it. Let's get out of here. Only this time I'm going to drive. You get in the sidecar.
Oh, don't get it all dirty, sir. Here, I'll show you how to start it.
I know how to start it. Get in the sidecar.
Turn up your gas.
Never mind the gas. Get in there. Take that thing off. That's got braid on it. You're not entitled to that. You never will be.
Brother, I'd sure like to know what's going on out there.
Well, if Binghamton catches up to them, we're dead.
Wow, when he finds out about that Grand Prix, oh boy.
Yeah, that's nothing. Wait till he sees his Bing's bomb. Then you'll really hear an explosion.
Well, at least there's one happy thought. Things can't get any worse.
Someone's coming.
Wonder who it'll be. General Bronson.
Holy Toledo. Who's the wise guy said it couldn't get any worse, huh? Hi, General Bronson. Colonel Harrigan.
Hide, McHale. What in thunderation's going on here? You've got traffic completely blocked.
McHale, what is this all about?
Oh, watch it, General, watch it.
What the devil's that? Bing's bomb. All right, McHale, start talking.
McHale, what is this? Possible you're running a race here?
You see, sir,
McHale, am I eye shot, or is that a German staff car?
well, sir, if you let me explain, sir, you see...
McHale, this is disgraceful. Where's Binghamton? I demand to see Binghamton.
What'd you say? Oh, there he comes, sir.
Oh, Biggie boy, are you in for it? The general wants a word with you. That is, if you're through grazing. Let's go, Seabiscuit.
General, sir, I'd like a chance to explain how all this started.
McHale, where in blazes did you get this German staff car?
Oh, but you see, sir,
General. Oh, General, am I glad you're here. You won't believe what he's trying
At
to
ease,
pull.
Binghamton. This is one of those new souped-up M3s the Jerrys have just put in the field. We've been dying to get our hands on one of these to see what it can do.
You have? I mean, of course. Yes, we know you have. Well, that's what this is all about, sir.
Oh, General, don't listen to him.
Will you be quiet, Binghamton? Go on, McHale.
Well, yes, sir. Well, you see, sir, Senor Carbolini here, he stole it, captured it and brought it in this morning. And that's what this race is all about, sir. Yes, it's a time trial tested against Captain Binghamton's Jeep.
That's my Jeep? Bing's bomb?
Well, yes, sir. You see, we fixed it up a little bit to entertain the crowd. It's good Italian-American relations, you know.
Well, I'll accept that. I'll accept anything to be the first in this sector to bring one of these babies in.
General, what about your rules on traffic safety?
That's right, sir. They were racing through the streets. Absolutely disgraceful.
Easy, boys, easy. You know, I'm an old racing man myself. Stock cars, McHale.
Oh.
What do you think this German go-kart will do?
Oh, well, now, let's...
And how about introducing me to our Italian racing friends?
Oh, well, right this way, General.
Hey, run away, boys! Look out!
There we go, sir. There she is, just as good as new. Yes, sir, you'd never known she was in a Grand Prix.
Wait, Balls, you lucked out again.
Oh, now cheer up, Captain. After all, you may have lost a court-martial, but you gained a souped-up Jeep.
And you just wait till you see the engine in this baby. Yes, sir, boy. This is a high-powered engine.
Now, you cut that out. I don't want to see any of this.
Chuck!
Cut that out, I said.
It's got a new
General. He's in a flap about his new non-fraternization orders.
Yes. Well, where are we going, sir?
Well, we're going to go and catch a violator. He wants somebody to make an example out of them. Let's go. Let's go. Get the door. Get the door. Get out of my way.
Sir, you told me to get the door.
Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check that little bistro right off the piazza where all those pretty Italian girls hang out. We're bound to grab one GI there. What are all those dogs doing in my Jeep?
I don't know, sir. I mean, nothing, I hope, sir.
Stop with the hoping already and get them out of there. Move,
Yes, sir.
move.
Come on, Poochies, now. Out of the captain's Jeep now. Come on now. Be good, Poochies. Please.
Oh, that's not the way. Be firm. Put some authority behind it.
Firm, yes, sir. All right, you dogs. Now, this is an order. Get out of there. Shoo! Shoo! Maybe they only understand Italian.
Oh, get out of the way. I'll handle this. Now, hear this. This is your military governor speaking. I want you out of my Jeep. Andiamo. Auto. See that? He attacked me.
Yeah, but
Vicious killer, that thing. Get the MPs out here, the riot squad.
Yes, sir.
Vicious.
Ah, Senor Capitano, I see you are collecting dogs. I can find the lots for you if you want.
I don't want. I want you to get this wolf pack out of my Jeep. That's what I want, especially that one. He's the ringleader, vicious mongrel.
Andate. Wir coming.
Get the MPs out of here. Oh, did you see that? He went right for my throat.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. He just went for your pants.
Shut up. I know what he wanted. He was too short to get up while you shoot me to pieces. Went right through the bone there.
Capitano, you should not have been so harsh. Dogs can smell when you don't like them.
Oh, they can. They'll see I like the smell of this. I'm going to declare war. From now on, every dog in this town has got to have a license and he's got to be on a leash.
Leash and a license? The people isn't going to like this. Besides, we have no dog catch.
Well, then you appoint a dog catch. He can issue the licenses, he can sell the leashes, and he can collect the fees.
Collected the fees? That's my job. I just remembered. I'm going to open an office right now.
Well, make sure you also open up a set of books, you bandit, because I'm going to be checking on you, and every penny is going to go to Navy relief. I'm not going to take any guff from you or a lot of mangy dogs.
Well, there he goes again.
That's 6 days in a row now.
And he still won't talk.
I wonder what the attraction in town is. It must really be something. He even gave up his favorite hobby, bird watching.
Well, that's a break. At least we won't have to go out in the woods looking for him anymore. I tell you, fellas, this thing's got me stymied.
Hey, Skip, do you think it's possible that Mr. Parker has a girl?
Have you flipped? Mr. Parker? Not a chance.
He probably found an off-limits public library somewhere.
Well, whatever it is, I hope it's not a girl. Because, boy, that Binghamton is on that no-fraternization kick. Goodbye, handshake. So I was telling them down there.
So long, guys.
Oh, so long, Chuck. We hope you enjoy your date.
Date? I don't have a date. I'm going for a walk.
This is your sixth walk this week.
But who's counting? Oh, come on, knock it off, Chuck. You can level with us. After all, have you got yourself a girl or not?
A girl? Oh, you guys are worse than my mother.
What's wrong with him, Skip? He's never snapped at us like that before.
Well, that proves it. He must have a girl.
Well, I'm gonna follow him and see.
You will not. That man happens to be an officer and a gentleman in the United States Navy, and he has every right.
to be given a head start, and then we'll follow. Come on.
Oh, good.
Did you see that? Why, our shy little ensign must have some hidden talents.
Did we really see that, or was it a mirage? Oh, we saw it all right. And if old Leadbottom sees it, we're going to be minus one shy little ensign. Hey, watch.
There we go. All right. Come on.
Holy jumping Hannah, she's got him walking her dog already. This is worse than I thought it was going to be.
So right, Skip. How cozy can they get?
Right in the kitchen next. Yeah, boy, what a bad time for Mr. Parker to start swinging. Hey, watch it.
What a two-timing thing.
She's playing Mr. Parker for a sucker.
Of all the crummy tricks.
Oh, boy, you're so right, fellas. Well, this is something we gotta break up.
Let's go get that guy, Skip.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. No rough stuff. No. We gotta break the bad news to Mr. Parker, but gently, huh? Yeah. This is really gonna shake him up. Come on, let's go find that poor guy.
Colonel Harrigan, I keep telling you, I've got an all-out crackdown going on around here, and I expect results any minute.
Sir, I brought your lunch.
Shut up. Not you, Colonel. No, I'm just talking to this boob here. He came in with the...
Binghamton, what's going on over there? Have you gone flaky?
Flaky? Well, no. Carpenter came in with his hands full of leads. Had a whole hand full of leads, and we're going to get right on them right now.
Good, because I'm coming over there. And if you haven't got a couple of bona fide illegal fraternizers in the guardhouse by the time I get there, I'm going to be getting you a new set of clothes.
A new set of clothes? Why would you give me new clothes? There's nothing the
Sir,
matter
your
with
jacket.
my clothes.
I should...
Because I'm a kind, considerate person. And it would be cruel to send a man to a weather station in Alaska in his khakis.
A weather station in Alaska.
In Alaska,
that
sir?
man is after me, and he's not going to quit until he gets me behind a dog sled.
Oh, sir, why don't you change your jacket, put on a fresh one?
Wait for me. Why should I change my jacket? I haven't even put it on yet.
Yeah, but, sir, you
change this.
If you would just listen to...
All right, tell you something. I know what's going on here. The general has passed the buck to Harrigan. That's what's going on. Now, Harrigan has passed the buck to me. He wants fraternizers. I'll get him some... I'll get him a guardhouse full of fraternizers. McHale and his lover boys.
Sir, as usual, you are absolutely right. If there's any hanky-panky going on, we know that Commander McHale and his men will be right in the middle of it, sir. You are ingenious. Sir, by the way, before we go, why don't we change our jackets? I'll go get a fresh one. But you'll feel better, sir. This is...
You don't quit with the jacket, Elroy. You're going to be in a dog sled. As the head dog.
But, sir, if you...
Please, it's not my fault. As your assistant de mayor, I would never do such a cruel, heartless thing. It's all of that mean Captain Binghamton's idea. That's a 700 lira, please. It's the people, sir. They know like you mean, cruel, heartless order.
Well, that's too bad. You see this carried out anyway. Get these dogs away from me. Just get them away from me.
Sir, shouldn't we be going? I mean, Commander McHale fraternizes Alaska.
Yes, you're right. I'll be back and look at your books later. Now, get with me. Come on.
Bring it here, girl. Come on, girl. Come on.
That's a good girl. Hey, you're really learning. Hey, say, you're getting a little bit fatter than last time I saw you. Must be that rich Italian food, huh? Talked to Miss Lombardo about that. Boy, you know, she's really pretty nice for letting me play with you. You know that? Take you for a walk now and again, huh? All right, here we go. Go on. That's a girl, Angelina. Oh, hold it there, fella. Yeah, you got the little girl's ball. Hey, Angelina! Hey, wait a minute! You run away and Miss Lombardo won't let me play with you anymore. Angelina! Angelina!
Stupido! Perché non guardi dove vai, eh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Accidento, see? Accidento.
Hey, did you see him, King? Well, how about it? Anybody see him?
Not a sign of it.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, we gotta find him before Leadbottom does, or it'll be curtains for the guy.
Hey, here he comes.
Angelina! Like he's gone berserk.
Oh, no, he must have found out about the other guy. Chuck, are you all right? What happened?
Yeah, it's Angelina. I lost Angelina.
Well, maybe it's for the best, Mr. Parker.
Don't worry, there are plenty others around.
Are you kidding? Not like Angelina. I was teaching her English and everything. Everywhere we're sitting there laughing and playing, and the next thing I know, she's gone.
Old story. Yeah, but look, Chuck, you've got to forget her. Why, she's strictly trouble.
Forget her? How can I forget her? Her curly hair and her brown eyes and her warm little nose. Boy.
Oh, Chuck, don't torture yourself, boy. Let her go. Come on back to the base with us. Chuck?
Huh? Oh, no, I gotta find her.
Chuck!
Boy, he got it bad.
I know. Poor kid. A jolt like that could send him back to his teddy bear.
Oh, you're right. And there's no telling what he'll do in the mood he's in. Come on, boys, let's go after him.
Hold it, right we are. Hold it,
Oh, no, Captain, not now.
Yes, right now. You're under arrest.
Under arrest? What for?
Oh, don't you be coy with me. You know what for fraternizing.
Us, sir?
Yes, you, sir. I know all about you and your women and your wild parties.
Captain, they're coming.
How the devil do they keep finding us?
I don't
What
know.
do they want from us? McHale, are those dogs working for you?
I don't know what you're talking about,
Sir,
sir.
please.
Cover my rear.
Oh, yes, sir.
Are they still behind us?
No, sir. I think we've lost them. Sir, as long as we've stopped, couldn't we just rest for a few minutes?
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, yes.
Why are those dogs chasing me? What do they want from me?
I'm sure I can't imagine, sir, but as long as we're resting, why don't I dust off your jacket, freshen it up for you? You just take it off.
Stop with the jacket again. What's the matter with you? You've got a fixation with the jacket.
Here, Angelina. Here, girl. Come on. Here, girl.
Look at this. Parker, what are you doing down there?
Get after you, Captain. Well, you see, I'm looking for Angelina. I lost her. Angelina! Here, Angelina. Come on, girl.
Carpenter, make a note of this. At 1400 hours, we found Ensign Parker drunk, crawling in an alley, looking for women.
Sir, I think he found one. Oh, look at that, sir. Look, turn around.
Wait a minute. You guys don't understand.
Oh, we understand, all right. Grab him, Carpenter.
Yes,
He's
sir.
our example for the general.
You fraternizer. You are under arrest.
Well, you can't arrest me. I gotta find Angelina. Angelina!
Oh, sir, listen. The dogs, they found us again. Oh.
They can't do this. This is a plot or something. It's you and McHale and Baroni. You're trying to have me torn to shreds.
Sir, your jacket. Maybe if you took it off, you could run faster, sir.
Get your hands off.
Yeah,
Remember,
free,
you're
sir.
under arrest.
Oh,
You stand
sir, the dogs, here they come. Let's go, sir, please.
Hey, fellas, any of you seen Angelina? She's got it. Yeah, maybe you have. She's a little dog, white, got brown. You haven't seen her either. Boy, she's gonna be bad.
Oh, where is that guy?
Hey, hold it, Mr. Parker. Hold on. Take it easy. Come on.
Chuck, thank goodness we found you. Binghamton's on the warpath.
Boy, you don't need to tell me. I ran into her and he put me under arrest.
He did?
Yeah, but he's not gonna stop me from looking for Angelina. And neither are you guys.
Oh, brother, you really got it bad.
Chuck, will you listen to me? Look, she's not worth it. She's just a lot of trouble.
Trouble? What are you talking about? She's no trouble. As a matter of fact, I was gonna give her a bath tonight.
A bath?
Oh, how do you like that? All this time we've been living with a tiger.
Have you ever given her a bath before?
Well, sure. She loves to have me scrub her tummy.
What?
Yeah. Now, look, you guys, we're wasting time. How about letting go of me and I'm gonna go find her?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it, boys. Hold it. Look, Chuck, if Binghamton ever catches you with Angelina, you're landing a brig for sure, and she's not worth it.
She's nothing but a two-time.
Yeah.
When Binghamton is off this no fraternizing kick, we'll find you a different girl.
Look, girl? What are you talking about?
Angelina.
Angelina? You guys got it all wrong. Angelina's no girl. She's a dog.
Dog?
Yeah, and if you guys don't stop me from looking for her, along with Binghamton, well, I'll never find her. I come...
But wait a minute. Hold it. Just a minute. Look, I don't get it. Who was that senorita that we saw you taking flowers to then?
Oh, Miss Lombardo. Yeah. Well, you see, she owns Angelina, and whenever I get homesick, she lets me play with her. Because she looks like a little dog you used to have back home. So I did... Oh, wait a minute. You guys didn't think that Miss Lombardo and I were in the... Oh, boy, are you kidding? She's engaged. And besides, she's a girl. What fun can I have playing with a girl?
That's our answer. Everything's back to normal.
Hey, look, we're wasting time. You gonna help me hunt for Angelina or not?
Yes, gladly, boy, gladly. All right, boys, spread out. Look for Angelina.
Get down. Get down.
Oh, wait a minute, sir. Sir, it's loose.
What's loose?
Maybe I can...
Oh, that is loose?
Oh, I did, sir. Come on.
Wait a minute. Me first.
I'm sorry, sir. I forgot myself. You first, sir. Always. Oh, wait.
Those dogs keep zeroing in on us. You'd think they have radars.
Sir, maybe they recognize our uniforms if we were to take off our jackets.
No, begin with that. Every time we stop you, well, you should work in a Turkish bath or something.
I'm sorry, sir.
You're pulling people's strings off of them.
Sir, here come the dogs again. Let's run. Sir, hurry.
No.
They're coming.
But, sir, maybe you're right about the uniforms. Maybe. Here, what is this? Here. Grab a dress. Grab a dress.
A dress? Oh, but sir, no, we
Just
couldn't put
shut your mouth and put the dress on.
Yes, sir.
Get in here.
Oh, sir, if my mother ever saw me.
My whole life.
Better, sir.
Anything like this. You got it on, sir?
Yes, sir. Very good. Oh, sir, why don't you take the blue? That's your color, and give me the other one. Oh, yes. Oh, with your eyes, sir?
I always thought the warm tones were better.
No,
The pinks.
no, I think...
What's the matter? There you go. This isn't the Easter parade.
Putting it on, sir. I'm almost ready.
Look glamorous. Tell me, Sophia, how's your cousin Rosa?
Oh, Rosa, she's just a fine, sir.
Sit down to call him a sir. He's stupid. He's such a... What's so nice?
Sir, we made it.
Oh, what a nightmare. Thank heavens the MPs didn't see us. Let's get into something comfortable. Anybody seen us dressed like this, we'd be laughed out of the Navy.
Hi, girls.
Hi. Colonel Harrigan.
Have a nice day at the bargain sales? Oh, knock it off, Carpenter. You know better than salute and address.
Oh, sorry.
I can explain about the dresses, Colonel.
Sure, you made them yourself.
Oh, no, sir. It's just a little something we threw together.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, now, girls, don't argue.
The reason we are wearing these dresses is that we were in pursuit of a fraternizer.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Tempt him out of his mind? All right, Matter Harry, tell me all about it.
Well, we caught one. We got almost red-handed. It's that lecherous Ensign Parker.
Parker? That dilly? Lecherous?
Angelina! There he is, you'll see.
Angelina! Hey, that was her, Skip. That's Angelina.
Let's go.
Angelina!
That Ensign Parker's gone berserk. He's chasing girls all over the place. They're probably going to have another one of their wild orgies in the mayor's office.
All we want to know is, where is that dog?
Which dog is this?
What do you mean, which dog? The dog a guy just brought in here. Now, look, if you're hiding that dog somewhere and gonna hurt, boy,
Please, calm yourself. The man that bring that dog to me is my deputy dog catch. He picks up all of the strays he can find.
Stray? Oh, wait a minute. Angelina's no stray. What? Hey, Hey, that's her bark. I'd recognize it anywhere. Angelina! Boy, if you're hurting her, I'm...
1 minute. The regulations say dog without a license is a stray. 500 lira, please.
Baroni, come over here. Now, look, you. I've always known that you're some kind of a bandit, but I never thought that you'd stoop to dog napping.
Dog napping?
Yeah.
That's no me. I just carry out the Captain Binghamton's order. 500 lira, please.
Oh, Angelina. Oh, boy. Oh, you guys wouldn't... Oh.
Chuck, he's out like a light.
What's going on?
Get some water, quick.
I have no water, just the wine.
So bring the wine.
Oh, Mr. Parker.
That's a 50 lira.
Put it on the books. Take a slug, Mr. Parker. Come on.
All right, up. Oh, there. All right, right where you are. You're under arrest.
Under arrest?
Angelina. Angelina.
Get a load of that, Colonel. The place just reeks of liquor. And there's Parker lying on the floor in a heap, drunk, calling for his girl. Oh, this is a regular bacchanal.
Bacchanal? Now, wait a minute, sir. Knock it off, you men.
Chuck. Chuck. Oh, hi, Colonel. Hi, Captain. Chuck, congratulations. You've just become a father.
Oh, father.
Father?
A father? McHale, what's going on here? You better start explaining.
There's nothing to explain, Colonel. Oh, what an example this lecherous lout is going to be for the general. This is fraternization in spades. Imagine getting married without his commanding officer's permission.
But, Captain, she's only a dog.
Well, of course she is. Who else would have that thing?
Wow. The little mother had 5 of them. 5.
Oh, boy, I got to go to work.
5. Magnifico. Business is a pick-up. 5 at the 500.
Stop. I don't know what everybody is running around here about, Colonel, but let me tell you this Angelina, I don't care how many she had, she's a very loose woman, you know. She's the one he's been chasing all over town. We really got you nailed this time.
Captain, the only thing you've nailed us with are 5 tiny little puppies. You see, Angelina actually is a dog. A real dog.
You know, Captain. Woof, woof. Well, this isn't the cokiest clam bake I ever saw. I gotta see that.
You're not gonna swallow that cockamamie. Get the MPs on the phone, Elroy.
Yes, sir.
On the phone.
Hold it, Carpenter!
He told me to...
Never mind that. Wally, you've done it again. Take a look for your own self.
What is there to see? You saw it right here. All the drinking and the wild party and the 5 puppies.
I tried to tell you, Captain.
Now, come on, Binghamton. Let's go back to your office. You have got a lot of explaining to do before you take off for Alaska.
Alaska?
Alaska? Oh, Captain, we're going to miss you, sir.
Captain, why must you be so sloppy? You got gravy stains on your jacket.
Oh, my lunch.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I meant to tell you, but with everything...
No wonder those dogs were chasing you. Put the lunch... Oh, you're gonna get it.
I didn't...
All right, now, cut that out!
Sir, come on, man. Don't hit my mustache.
Come on, let's see how the little mother's doing. Oh, no!
How about that, Colonel? Isn't he cute? Miss Lombardo gave him to me for a mascot.
Kitchy coo there, you cute little devil. Binghamton, I think you owe these men an apology.
Apology? Well, anything, Colonel, to keep from going to Alaska. Okay, Al? Sorry.
Well, don't worry about a thing, Captain. Everything's off the books. Yes, sir.
And just to show you that there's no hard feelings, I'm gonna let you be the godfather.
You're the godfather of a litter of puppies?
What did you say, Binghamton?
I said it'd be quite an honor. It'd be a good thing for me.
Good. Now you can pay the fees. License, leashes, and muzzles. That's 4,000 a lira, please.
4,000 lira? You crook, you thief. I'll be glad to let you have the money. Hello there. How are you, son? Ow!
terribly sorry for the delay, sir. Please forgive me.
About time. I asked for scrambled eggs. Where are my eggs? Where?
That's why I'm late, sir. There isn't a single egg to be found in all of Altafiore.
How dare you? I don't want excuses. I want scrambled eggs. Now, where are they?
Sir, you don't seem to understand. The hens are very upset by the war, and, well, they're just not giving out.
Hens are upset by the war. It's not doing me any good either, you dodo. I give you...
Temper, Bingy boy. At ease, son. Save some of that scrapping for the Germans. That is, if you ever get to see any.
Don't you ever believe in knocking, Harrigan?
Well, you never would have heard me over the ruckus. Listen, Bingy boy, I'm your friend. I come here to tell you that a VIP from Washington is coming through, and I want you to get this little town of yours cleaned up.
VIP, another one? We got enough VIPs over here, the Senate could have a roll call.
Well, this time it ain't a senator. It's Frank Templeton, the political boss.
Well, they've got a lot of nerve. We're over and they keep... Frank Templeton? Big Frank Templeton?
Do you know him, sir?
No, I've always wanted to meet him. No, he's a Mr. Big in Washington. He could get practically anybody elected to Congress.
Beats me why a man like Frank Templeton would want to tour a combat zone.
Well, he's probably looking for political timber for after the war. You know, I've always thought about going into politics.
Look, if Big Frank wants a candidate, he would pick a fighting man. Someone like my own self. Not some desk soldier whose idea of combat is a tussle with a typewriter ribbon.
Tussle with... I'll have you know that the job I'm doing here is not only an important job, but it is a dangerous one.
Of course, Wally. Now, you just take care you don't stab yourself with a paperclip. And be sure and look for me and Big Frank tomorrow, 0900. So long, best jockey.
Someday, Elroy. Someday, that big blowhard, I'm gonna grab him right by the neck and I'm kind of ringing.
Captain, oh, sir. Sir, I have some papers here for you to sign.
Now, papers for you to sign. Papers for you to sign. Fine way to impress Big Frank, signing a lot of papers and blow my big chance.
Well, what chance is that, sir?
Big chance for politics, you ninny. I've always wanted to run for Congress after the war. If I could impress Big Frank, I'm just as good as elected.
Oh, yes, sir, and if I may say so, you will make a fine congressman, sir, because you are a man that people can trust, a dynamic leader, a forceful personality, oh, a vote-getter if I ever saw one, sir.
Well, those are my sentiments exactly, Elroy, but I'm not so sure but what Harrigan is right. I think a war hero would have a better chance of getting elected.
Well, sir, is it your fault that you've never been in a battle? That every time you've seen a German, you've had to turn tail and run? Well, I mean, because you're outnumbered, sir. You know, much too...
Carpenter, don't you ever pause like that in the middle of a sentence again, because you may not live to finish it.
Well, sir, what I really meant to say was that it is such a shame that a man like you is tied down behind a desk while a man like Commander McHale goes out and gets all the glory.
Don't you mention McHale to me. I don't want to... Still, you may have something there. McHale and those deadbeats on the 73, they're always lucking into something.
Oh, yes, sir.
That would be my chance to impress Big Frank. Be a hero.
Oh.
Get my gear together. I'm joining the crew of the 73.
Yes, sir. Just sign these papers before you leave.
Oh, sign them yourself, you desk jockey. Don't you know a combat man when you see one? Huh?
McHale! What are you trying to do?
Here, I'll help him up. Go!
Chuck, will you watch it? Captain, wait a minute. Captain, are you all right, sir?
Well, who can tell if I'm all right or not? Stop that. And where the devil were you?
Well, sir, we were over at
You boob, quit touching me. Wait a minute. Hold it. What am I getting so excited about anyway? It was obviously just an accident.
That's right, sir. It was just an accident. That's right. And now, sir, as to where we were...
Forget that. I don't care where you were. That was the old Binghamton talking. Now, the new Binghamton couldn't care less where you were.
What? Binghamton? The new Binghamton?
That's right. The old Binghamton, I believe you called him Lead Bottom. Yes, well, he was a desk soldier. The new Binghamton is a combat man.
Combat? I see. And that's why you're all dressed up in this...
That's right. I'm moving in with you men. I'm joining the crew.
What? Joining the... I don't think I heard you right, sir. Did you say you were moving in with us?
That's right, Quint. I'm a changed man. Huh, Quint? Chucky?
Oh, yeah. Hey,
I may be the new Binghamton, but you're the same old Parker, aren't you? Willie, fix that for me, will you? And lads, give me a hand with my gear here.
But now, Captain, there's one thing I don't understand, sir. Now, why would you want to move in with us, sir?
Now, tut, Quint. There's no more of the plush life for me. A CO should be with his men. He should live with them. He should fight with them. He should die with them. I'll be careful of my hand grenades there, Lester.
Hey, the enemy plane! Take cover, sir!
What is it?
Take cover! It's an air raid, sir! Air raid!
Oh, boy, that bullet almost had your name on it.
Oh, my, how close was it?
Well, it had your initials on it.
There he is at 10 o'clock! Take that!
Stop with the helmet already. I can't see what's going on. What?
All right, hold it, man. Cease fire. Here you go, Captain. Up you come. Oh, boy, that was close. They almost got you.
Who almost got? I didn't hear any plane.
You didn't hear a plane? Well, of course you didn't hear a plane, sir. Because they were gliders. Yes, that's it. They were the new German gliders.
Gliders?
That's right, sir. They silently swoop in and then rat-a-tat.
If you don't stop that, I'll rat-a-tat you.
Only 3 tats, sir.
Now, wait a minute, Captain. Wait a minute. Look, it's much too dangerous for you to be out here with us, so...
Nonsense. Danger's what I'm looking for.
But, Captain, we haven't had a scramble in days. Look, if there's anything comes up, we'll give you a call at your office.
I haven't got time for that. I mean, now is the time. Now, let's seek the enemy out and destroy him.
You want to seek out the enemy?
I tell you, I am a changed man. I want to feel the wind and the spray in my face. I want to inhale the scent of gunpowder. Now, let's move out. Come on, everybody. Geronimo!
I finally figured it out.
What, Skip?
Everything else failed, so now he's trying to kill us. Oh, that man.
But, Captain, I keep telling you, from all the reports that we've got, there isn't a single German vessel within 50 miles of here. Why don't we just go home?
Negative, McHale, negative. We came out here to find some Jerry's, and we are not going back empty-handed.
Captain, you just fired number 2.
What are you talking? I didn't fire anybody.
Boy, you just cost the government $20,000.
Oh, be quiet, you boob. How could I... Maybe there is a U-boat out there. You guys are always lucking into something.
Skip, look, it's turning. It's reversing course.
Here, let me at that wheel, will you? Take guard. Give me everything you got. Virgil, see if you can get that fish.
Right, Skip.
Hit it, Burge. Hit it. You gotta stop that torpedo.
Boy, you ever a menace. I like the old you better.
Hang on, everybody. Here she comes. Oh, brother. That was closer than a gnat's whisker. All right, Chuck, take over the wheel.
Captain, you'll have to let go of me now. Skip wants me to take over the wheel.
What do you mean, let go of you? Let go of me? You're a disgrace the way you panic there and grab me like that. McHale, what is the matter with you? Those torpedoes you're carrying here, they must be faulty. That thing went out there and turned around and come back here. That could have blown us up, for heaven's sake. In fact, it almost did. It almost did.
Well, Skip, I thought you had them.
Well, I thought you had them. Oh. All right, boys, secure from battle stations. And somebody get the smelling salts.
Well, Jerry's are just afraid of us, that's all. They heard that the 73 boys were on the prowl, and they ran for cover.
Oh, yes, sir.
Those Jerrys knew what they were doing, that's for sure.
With that bottom on the job, they can all go home.
Closest we ever came to being sunk.
All right, we'll take a little break, then we'll go right out again.
You want to go out again, sir?
Virgil? Virgil, we're here, mio caro.
Oh, I forgot all about that party I set up.
What party? Binghamton will blow his top and... Oh, well, buongiorno. Buongiorno. Are you lost or something? Are you looking for somebody?
Whoever it is, they must have shipped out.
Yes, that's right.
Too bad you missed them.
Yeah?
All right, McHale, what's going on here? What are these girls doing on a military base? Wow.
Well, but you see, sir,
We do not understand the boys. What about the party?
Oh, that's it. You're planning on having a party. Well, I'm surprised at you.
But you see, sir,
Well, I mean, I'm surprised that you think that I'd care. I don't care about that. I mean, we combat men, we gotta have a little relaxation. Right, Chucky?
Well, it's just that you've been such a big stinker, sir.
Stinker. That's cute. That's cute. Oh, well, that's the old Binghamton. When are you gonna get it through your head that I'm just one of the boys? All right, girls, it's El Partio time.
If I wasn't here to see it, I wouldn't believe it.
Oh, I see it, and I don't believe it.
Well, never. Commander McHale, really? Throwing a party on a naval installation? Oh, I am afraid I'm going to have to report this to the captain,
Oh? Well, start reporting, buddy, because there he is.
Oh, good. Sir, did you...
Hello, Elroy. How's the old desk jockey who's watching the paper clips?
Sir, I just... But you...
Oh, come on, Elroy, you waste-passing commando. Grab a chicken. Swing it, boy. Swing it.
Sir, I will, but, sir, I'm here with a very urgent message from Colonel Harrigan.
Oh, yeah.
Urgent, sir.
Chucky, keep the motor going, baby. All right. That's so urgent that you're taking away from my boys.
Oh, sir. Big Frank's departure has been pushed up so that Colonel Harrigan is bringing him through here in about 3 hours.
Well, he can't do that. He's not due till tomorrow. I haven't even been in action yet.
Well, who's Big Frank?
Big Frank Templeton, the political boss. And do you know that he has never backed a losing candidate for Congress? So that if the captain here can impress him...
Keep your mouth
I'm
shut.
explaining about...
So that's what this is all about, huh? The new you, the fighting CO. Oh, and all you're doing is putting on a big show for a big shot politician.
Yeah, speaking of shots, you're gonna get yours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold it, Captain, hold it. Now put that thing away. I knew you had some kind of an angle, but I never thought it was politics.
Hey, you'd be great in politics, sir. The way you're always talking and never saying anything, you know.
Shut up, you dunce. Just keep your... You're gonna get one, too. All right, McHale, so you know. It's not going to do you a bit of good because I am ordering the 73 out on patrol. I've got just 3 hours in which to become a hero.
Now, wait a minute, Captain. Now, look, for one thing, we've never even seen a German ship for 2 weeks. Well, we can't go around manufacturing Germans, you know.
I'm giving you an order. Well, why can't you manufacture Germans? That's exactly what you can do. This bunch of yous are always parading around here in those captured Jerry uniforms.
Well, what are you talking about, sir?
I don't have to be a sea hero. I can be a land hero just as well. I'm going to stage an ambush.
Oh, no, sir. Nothing doing. No.
Yes. You're going to do just as I tell you, or I'm going to have you all court-martialed for having women on a military base, and for carousing, and for drinking, and for dancing.
Now, wait a minute. You were drinking and dancing right along with them.
Only to gather evidence, and Elroy will so testify.
Oh, now, Captain.
You wouldn't pull a low-down, dirty, underhanded trick like that, would you?
Would I?
You would. You would.
I do, sir. Here, let me give you a hand. Hi, Colonel Harrigan.
Hello, Mr. McHale. McHale, this is Mr. Frank Templeton.
How do you do, sir? It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. It's great to come out here and see what a wonderful job you men are doing. Yes, the folks back home are very proud. McHale, is there anybody I can call when I get back?
Oh, well, now, that's very kind of you, sir.
Mr. Templeton, I'm Captain Binghamton. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir, but there's a war on, you know.
Please, Bingy.
I've been looking forward to meeting you, Captain.
Oh, no. Now I've seen everything. Bingy, this isn't Halloween. What are you playing, trick or treat?
Since I decided to start fighting this war instead of sitting at a desk like you do, I've got to be ready at all times. We've come in from a very rough action. Almost sunk a boat.
One of ours?
How did you know it was one of... Will you stop with the heckling?
Yeah, sir, don't you think we better get down the airstrip? Mr. Templeton has to catch a plane, you know.
Can't keep him waiting, you know. Taxpayers' money.
Wally, don't you think you better leave your toys behind? I mean, one of them might go off and hurt somebody.
The only people who are going to get hurt are the Jerrys. That road to the airport, that is a favorite ambush spot for German patrols. Is that right, McHale?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
You're both daffy. This whole area has been secured by the Army.
What would you know about a combat zone?
Combat? The closest you've ever got to combat was when that Italian waitress thought you made a pass at her.
I was only reaching for the grated cheese, and you know.
Now, boys. You sound like two senators with their hands caught in the pork barrel. Let's go now, shall we?
Here you go.
Right, here they come. You know what to do, you Schweinhund?
Jawohl, mein Insel!
When you give the signal, we let them have it.
Mit the blanks!
Until we get chased by the Amerikaner Capitan. Yeah, you dumb Kopf. Achtung! Ready? Aim! Fire! What thunderation was that?
It's a Jerry patrol. Everybody out, take cover.
Schweinhund!
So the Army secured this area, huh, Colonel?
What's happened? Well, it's a Jerry patrol out in the woods, sir, yes.
There's just 6 or 7 of them. I'll go after 'em.
No, you can't, sir. You get hurt, sir.
Oh, don't be silly. Stand back. That's my job. That's what the taxpayers are paying me for, right, Frank?
You kook! Get down! You're drawing their fire!
All right, you Jerrys, here I come.
Hold it! Here comes Binghamton. Come on, let's duck back in the woods. Achtung! Here comes the Amerikaners!
Hey!
Take that, you Jerrys.
Go on the run.
Here comes the American madman! Get up, guys! He is kaput! Kamerad!
You American Schwein! You got me! How we doing, Captain?
Cloudy.
How we doing, Captain?
You got me! Oh, you got it down! You got me!
The firing has stopped. Poor Binghamton. I wonder if he lived through it.
Do you see anything?
Hey, there's the captain now. He did it. He drove off those Jerrys. Oh, good work, sir.
Are you okay, Captain?
Well, I must be slipping. One of them got away.
You mean all the rest are...
All the rest. All right, Harrigan, you can come out now.
Yes, it is safe, Harrigan. Thanks to Wally here, I believe you owe him an apology, Colonel.
Mr. Templeton, have you ever seen such bravery, sir?
Don't you worry, McHale. Washington will hear about this, and soon.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Frank. I'm flattered, but really I'm too busy to go into politics right now. Besides, I didn't do anything, just risk my life.
You did, Wally. Harrigan, I want you to recommend Binghamton for a citation far beyond the call of duty.
I'd be happy to.
All right, you guys, we better get out of here. Come on, Hock, 2, let's rouse.
Okay, Jerry's free.
Huh? Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry's. Oh, no, Sarge, you got it all wrong. We're Americans, just like you.
Knock it out, Fritz. You don't drop those guns, you'll be kaput. Now drop them.
Fritz. Fritz! Oh, no, my name's Chuck Parker. I was born in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Oh, could be Fritz. I could be Fritz. Possible.
Hey, look, guys, this is all a mistake.
Yeah, we're GIs just like you.
Yeah, we're Americans.
Yeah, he's right. Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth. Don't fire to see the whites of their eyes. Oh, you better forget that one.
Quiet. We've been warned against you infiltrators. Now get your hands over your heads. Now let's go. Move!
Sure, it's all over. Well, it was nothing, Frank. I mean, it was nothing that any red-blooded American senator wouldn't have done.
I'll take issue with that. They tried gab, but you're a man of action, Wally. The kind of man that
Good heavens, what's that? Sergeant! Bring those prisoners over here.
All right, over there.
I wonder where those Germans came from.
I thought you got them all, Binghamton.
Well, now, those GIs will be able to bring in those prisoners. Why don't we hurry along, sir? We wouldn't want you to miss any of that stuff.
Hold it, McHale! There's something fluky going on here, Sergeant. Just bring those Jerrys right in here. There you go. Aha. You sure look familiar, Fritz.
Nein, Fritz. Adolf Schweinheiser. On the fuel side of the family. Sieg Heil.
Just as I thought. Parker! And that there's Gruber! McHale, this is your crew.
You mean these Germans are his crew?
Yeah, only they ain't even Germans. Sergeant, you can take off. I'll handle this my own self. Thank you.
Well, if this isn't the weirdest Binghamton, this deserves an explanation. Start talking.
You tell him, McHale. I only told him that part.
Offhand, Frank, I would say that Binghamton staged this whole thing just to impress you, so he could get 4 years in Washington.
What?
Me? I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't do a thing. McHale did the whole thing. He put me up to it.
Now, hold your horses, Captain.
Wait a minute, McHale. Now, let me get this straight, Binghamton. You say this whole scheme was McHale's idea?
That's right. You've got my word as an officer and a gentleman.
Oh, wait a minute. That isn't the way it was.
You shut up, you Nazi. You just shut up.
Now, wait a minute. This has gone far enough.
It certainly has. I'm reporting the whole incident to the general.
Don't you dare, Colonel. That was quite a stunt, McHale.
What? Oh, did you like it, sir?
Shows great organization and planning. And most of all, a flair for the dramatic and a devious mind. You'd make a great politician, McHale.
What are you saying?
If ever you decide to go into politics after the war, McHale, look me up. Now, I really must catch that plane. They're all waiting.
Yes, sir. Here we go, sir.
He's not the one. Frank, I didn't. He didn't have any. I was the Frank.
Well, so long, fellas. Good show. Don't forget the next election. Vote early and vote often.
Mr. Templeton.
I don't feel so bad, Wally. You can't win them all.
That broke it. A man can only take so much, and then he's got to start dishing it out.
Wait
Parker,
just a minute.
I'm going to give you till 3.
Hold it. Wait a
minute.
3. You cheated.
Come on, you 8-balls. Hurry it up in there. The sooner I get out of here, the better. Watch where you're going.
Hold it, boys. Hold it. We got to scramble. And we got a German destroyer 20 miles up the coast. It's a scramble. You coming, Captain?
Not on your life.
Well, all right, come on, boys. Let's go.
See you later.
Wait a minute.
Hold it. 3 hours, sir. Well, so long, Senator. Let's go.
To me. She tumbled off the stool, in listen finjulity, Bindessen intently, in traumatize. Tub. The dull thwack. The sound echoed in the suddenly silent apartment, punctuated only by the faint drip, drip, drip of the perpetually leaky faucet, traumatized, silence, then a bewildered, watery ouchie. My mercat friend seems to have headbutted the whale, rushed forward, her botanist's instincts kicking in, automatically assessing for damage. Cal, are you all right? Speak to me, sweet Pia. Communi, Jasper, momentarily forgetting his crocombosh and his bruised dignity, was already there, gently helping her up, his chef's hands surprisingly tender, the love of all that savory and spectacularly successful. Cal, sweet Pia. Oh, what did Mott tell you about wrestling inanimate objects? They rarely appreciate the art of physical confrontation. Once was genuinely taken aback. Her theatrical indignation melted into a look of genuine, albeit still dramatically exaggerated, concern. The velour cape sagged slightly, Gonvihula met Reaper. By forces of domestic utility, the crueler muses conspire against her. Oh, the tragedy. It says like a scene from Othello, but with more bubbles, less murderous jealousy, and infinitely more bewildering shower curtain aesthetics, of a town self with a loose playbill for production. For a forgotten community theater production, the emergency room at St. Barnaby Hospital. For the dramatically afflicted as Mrs. Grimshaw, with great insistence and much dramatic hand-wringing, demanded it be referred to, believing it added a certain gravitas to the mundane act of medical care, was, predictably, a study in beige boredom, and the distant drone of a television, alarm and distant, tuned to a soap opera. Tuned with Cronaby Liti Sun. The air conditioning was set to a brisk, clinical chill, providing little comfort. Cal, now sporting a truly magnificent goose egg on her forehead that pulsed with a rainbow of blues and purples, a surprisingly artistic bruise, Jasper noted privately, reclined against the scratchy pillows of her hospital bed, looking utterly unfazed. Equally unagreed, her Barnaby scanned the utilitarian surroundings. With a painter's curiosity, identifying the various shades of institutional beige and the subtle hum of unseen machinery, she was convinced the heart monitor was simply playing a soothing, rhythmic song. Orme, traumatized. Jasper Jocelyn, on the other hand, were a study in synchronized panic. Their faces etched Vekep, Hittehat, sleepless worry, and the lingering scent of disinfectant, Ontingbi. It, only 8 o'clock, Jocelyn fretted, wringing her hands, a stray fern frond still clinging stubbornly to her shawl, a tiny green reminder of her anxious haste. Too early to go to bed, Cal, really. You should be resting, not plotting elaborate hospital escapes. Wait, Webby, traumatized. Cal, however, was in fine form, her concussion-induced orientation manifesting as an even greater degree of unshakable optimism. She beamed, radiating cheerful energy that seemed entirely at odds with her cranial trauma. Empathized. Well, Jocelyn, if it makes go to bed early, it is a wonderful opportunity for collective unconsciousness. We look lung make it a slumber party, right here in St. Barnaby's. Oh, Jasper, she added, eyes sparkling, sigh. We can tell ghost stories or compare bruise colors, impulsiously. Jasper, already pale with anxiety, went several shades whiter, his hands fluttering nervously. He imagined himself in Cal's hospital bed, crammed awkwardly beside her, surrounded by antiseptic scents and the judgmental hum of medical machinery. Bide. The thought alone was enough to trigger a mild existential crisis. Cal, no, Mott mean at the same time. In separate beds, naturally. The rules of hospital decorum, you understand. and the very delicate nature of my culinary reputation untably. At that moment, a noxious odor, vaguely reminiscent and overcooked oatmeal, wafted faintly in from the direction of their apartment. Is something burning? If Jocelyn sniffed, alarmed, her nose twitching, detecting the subtle shifts in the air as only a botanist could. Osper smacked his forehead, Pintendelkont, oysters, producing a dull thwack that was almost as loud as Cal's earlier encounter with the tub. Artisanal socks. Maud put them in the oven to dry. Maud just needed a quick warm fluff for my cold feet before my shift at the Velvet Spoon, all slipping. Her shawl slipping. Remind you that the oven is for cuisine, not hosiery. This is a fundamental principle, like proper hydration for orchids or the existential purpose of a fern. Your culinary temple should not be defiled by such domestic impropriety. Opheles, Dr. Penelope. Pipette, a woman whose patience seemed perpetually challenged and whose eyeglasses constantly slipped down her nose, strode in, clipboard clutched firmly, earnestly, Icentrice, a Barnaby, a cantidly. Mask, Mothorpe, of professional exhaustion, the kind worn by medical professionals who had witnessed too many baffling, yet ultimately harmless, accidents. What I'd. All right, Christmas Snow, how are we feeling today? She asked. Already sounding exhausted, her pen hovering over Cal's chart. Her tone suggested she was prepared for the most outlandish of responses, with unexpected vigor. Oh, brightened. Mot, met, feeling good. Dr. Pipette, like a fresh canvas waiting for a burst of color, or a perfectly risen soufflé anticipating its moment of triumph. Honest knows good. Dr. Pipette murmured, barely glancing up as she scribbled on the chart, already predicting the next peculiar utterance. Now, full name, please, Miss Snow. We need to confirm for the records. Poncon, Proclest, Chris Missley. Cal announced proudly, her voice ringing unshakable conviction of an artist introducing her masterpiece. It's such a festive name, don't you think? Like a spontaneous explosion of joy and good tidings. Pipette paused, pen hovering, her brow furrowed. Yes, dear, and that's a delightful seasonal moniker. But your real name, if you please. The one on your official identification, ODB. Christmas Snow. That is my real name, Dr. Pipette. It's my dad's name, too. He chose it for me, as a testament to my radiant nature. Commuted blinked, pushing her glasses further up her nose. Your father, S. Name is Christmas? Father Christmas, perhaps? We have an increasing number of patients with rather unique nomenclature. Onidai shaking her head. No, it's a Snow, Reverend Luther Snow. But he's not Christmas. He's Reverend. Well, really, he's Luther, but nobody ever calls him that. It's confusing. Motka no ove kep, but charming, in its own way, like a squirrel attempting interpretive dance. Unukable logic. Her voice carrying a sweet, unshakable logic, her hands gesturing expansively. Offigen read. Mot was the best present he ever got, even though Mot wasn't born on Christmas Day, you see. It was a statement, a declaration of unconditional love. Oh, nobody ever calls me Christmas, though. In school, they used to call me Christmas Eve, and Christmas Sale, and Christmas Stocking, Urmet in Xmas. Those were rather traumatic days, to be honest. But now everyone DUET calls me Cal. C-A-L, stepped forward. Seeing Dr. Pipette, Cess mounting bewilderment and deciding to intervene before Cal launched into a full biographical account. She prefers Cal, Doctor, Cal. It's shorter, more concise, like a perfectly pruned bonsai tree, and then added, a small, knowing smile playing on her lips. It says a good thing her mother was born in June, she always said. Otherwise Cal would be named after Father's Day, and her dad would introduce her by saying, "Meet my daughter, Father." Ah, one can only imagine the sheer existential awkwardness of such a situation. Traumatized. Dr. Pipette pinched the bridge of her nose, shut for a moment as if warding off a particularly virulent migraine. "Ah," she said, finally making the connection. The pieces of Cal's delightfully disjointed logic finally slotting into place with a weary click. Alias. Right. That explains quite a lot. She eyed Cal's cheerful, slightly glazed expression, noting the faint aura of otherworldly whimsy that clung to her. "Cal, would you excuse me for a minute? Mot luglung be right back. Mot need to consult with myself." Untulet, essentially. She backed out of the room, profoundly in need of a very strong cup of coffee, one mountain agree. She then pulled Jasper and Jocelyn into the corridor, her voice hushed but urgent, leaning in conspiratorially. The air out here was marginally less beige and significantly more oppressive with unspoken dread, Pipette explained. Mott Vaby just conferred with Dr. Thromble, flipping through her clipboard with rapid, nervous movements. In brain specialist. Quite good with gray matter. Not so much with social niceties. The headache and, well, the other symptoms, the elaborate meerkat narratives, could simply be due to a minor inner ear disturbance. That would be relatively good news. A simple matter of equilibrium, easily remedied. Anne's breath hitched, a faint tremor running through her. Her eyes, usually as calm as a forest pool, were wide with fear. "And the bad news, doctor?" "Always with the bad news." Or traumatized. "Well," Dr. Pipette's voice dropped lower, becoming a grim murmur. "It is going to take more tests, more pictures. Perhaps even a brain scan to find out if it is more sinister." She met their gazes, her expression grim, devoid of any professional cheer. Honorized. There always the possibility, a cranial hemorrhage, a clot. A clot, an unwelcome intrusion into the delicate neural pathways of her artistic mind, and that could be very bad. She paused, allowing the gravity of her words to sink in, awful traumat hard. The taste of burnt sock and failed croquembouche suddenly irrelevant, replaced by the bitter tang of raw fear. His meticulously ordered culinary world tilted on its axis. "How bad, doctor?" Unsili triumphed. His voice a whisper, a stark contrast to his usual boisterous declarations of culinary triumph. Pet met his gaze, her expression unyielding. Her glasses, once again, slipped down her nose, but she didn't bother to push them back up. "The worst, Mr. Truffle. The very worst." Brain injury is not a theatrical performance, nor a culinary challenge. It is, quite simply, devastating, Wensley Steele. The words hung in the sterile air of the hospital corridor, cold and sharp as surgical steel. Unitsen, Inchlichmal. The night that followed crawled by at the Crimson Chameleon Collective with the slow, agonizing drag of a wounded snail. The apartment, usually a vibrant hub of creative energy, felt hushed, oppressive. Each ticking clock an amplified reminder of the passage of time. West Itaby. The fox. The burnt scent of Jasper retrieved. Somewhat, miraculously, from the oven lingered faintly, adding another layer of melancholy to the already somber atmosphere on Ninkais. Jasper paced carpet a well-worn path that ended abruptly at a rather lopsided stack of Cal's unsold cosmetic samples. His hands, usually so deft with a whisk or a carving knife, wrung themselves raw, a nervous habit that belied his culinary bravado. On to all traumatize, offer Onaby, Jocelyn, all traumatite. Jocelyn, that mirrored her own emotional state, sat hunched by the window, occasionally stroking its wilting fronds with a tenderness usually reserved for grieving loved ones, questionably, foreshadowed with sleepless worry, the kind that digs deep lines into the soul, in intremession, oko. He's still quite throttling traumatized. Plight, Mrs. Grimshaw, and vastly overstating its gravity to all her acquaintances, thereby transforming a concussion into a grand opera of impending doom, had brought over a collection of tragically maudlin poetry and a cultotry, and a casserole of questionable origin, which, composed entirely of lima beans or lima beans, and an unidentifiable gelatinous substance, in Shindukwal, traumatized. She paired to orchestrate a dramatic vigil, if necessary, asleep. Her voice, raw, stripped of its usual melodic tones. Cal S. in the hospital, she S. alone. We don't know how bad it is. It's S. like waiting for a rare orchid to bloom. Only instead of beauty, it could be tragedy. Went Tenaby. She clutched her shawl tighter, as if to ward off the encroaching chill of fear. Protized Jasper. His pacing momentarily halted, attempted a weak, forced smile. Remembering his Professor Spark's fleeting advice about humor as a coping mechanism. Almond milk. Jocelyn. Brewed with locally sourced honey and a hint of vanilla, or perhaps some artisanally sourced Scotch tape to keep your eyelids shut. It is surprisingly effective, Mot Immor told, for inducing forced repose, understrips barely twitching upwards. The corners of her lips barely twitching upwards, when to be comforting, darling, and your culinary suggestions are always appreciated, but it want to work. Nothing will. Mot met scared. Terrified, actually. My heart feels like a wilting daisy. Again. Jocelyn, remember? The doctor said it's just a possibility. Jasper, try again, running a trembling hand through his already disheveled hair, leaving a faint trail of flour in its wake. He kept repeating the words, hoping to imbue them with some power, some truth. Most of us all, a faint shadow on the horizon, not an impending storm, untraumatized. That, enough, Jasper, Jocelyn said, a single glistening tear tracing a path down her cheek, leaving a faint saline streak on her pale skin. That is quite enough. A possibility of that magnitude is more than enough to obliterate any semblance of calm. Orphy Barnaby. She wrapped her arms around her waist. Rocking slightly, she wrapped her arms around herself, a maternal instinct kicking in despite her relative youth. Her gaze swept over the apartment, landing on Cal's brightly colored easel and scattered art supplies, poignant reminders of her roommate's vibrant, untamed spirit. Just my roommate. She is like my kid sister, the kind who paints your face when you re-asleep. She is my biggest aggravation, the reason for half my gray hairs, and yet she is the sweetest, most infuriatingly innocent, delightfully unpredictable bubble head that ever was, my best friend, when I traumatize. Her voice cracked with emotion, thick with love and fear. Jasper gently placed a hand, his touch surprisingly steady. He saw the profound depth of her affection for Cal, recognizing a bond far thicker than blood. Going to be fine. She has to be. The universe simply wouldn't allow such a radiant, if utterly bewildering, light to be extinguished so abruptly. Guys, mint. Jocelyn let out a ragged sob, a guttural sound of raw grief that resonated with the silence of the room. She turned to face Jasper, her eyes red-rimmed and fierce. Onaby. Or, Maud swear. Maud met.
Going to wring her neck myself when she gets back.
Maud luglunk, give her a piece of my mind she won, tap. Forget, even with a concussion. The unexpected ferocity, even in her grief, brought a small ironic smile to Jasper's lips. On my bisnin. A lump forming in his own throat. That sounds like something Cal might say herself, does it? An entirely Cal-like threat, delivered with artistic flourish. Gombe, Barnaby, quite, a melancholic silence fell, punctuated only by the distant wail of a police siren, a faint, mournful counterpoint to their internal torment, and the creaking of the floorboards as Mrs. Grimshaw shifted her weight, meticulously observing the dramatic suffering unfold. Bordian, tently. You know, Jasper, his voice barely above a whisper, trying to conjure comfort through memory. Mordy give anything to hear one of her delightfully dumb stories right now. The one about the squirrel who tried to unionize the oak tree we marshaled. Discourse on the existential angst of a rogue jelly bean. Me too, Jocelyn whispered, a fresh wave of tears rising, or her laugh. It is so unique, so utterly infectious, like the spontaneous blooming of a rare night flowering cereus. So much genuine joy, compressed into a single delighted sound. Winataby. She wiped her eyes with the back of her hand, smearing away a fresh torrent. She then took a shaky breath, trying to regain control. Oh, come on. Jocelyn, pull yourself together. Crying one tea. Do Cal any good now, will it? Strength, composure, that is what is needed. Omission again. She sniffled, taking another shaky breath. The resolve slowly returning to her voice. Offer Finchland. You're right. Mott, met, sorry, but you don't have to laugh at my tear-stained face. Mott, don't to know why, but Mott was just thinking about the time that the digital phone technician came to put in our voice-activated communications system. Such a grand phrase for a device that mostly ignored us. Chuckled, a genuine, if weak, sound, recalling the absurdity of the incident. Oh yeah. And he asked Cal if she wanted an extension for the newfangled device. Coliton. No, thank you, kind sir. We'll pay for it now. Jocelyn giggled through her tears, the memory providing a temporary reprieve from her pain. Onsen porbe, off it. But the really funny part was when he, in exasperated tones, said, Look, Miss Snow, do you want a 20-foot or a 10-foot cable for this contraption? Odom to gently said, Oh no, a 2-foot cord will be fine, good sir. It only has to reach up to my ear. Why would Mott need more than that? My voice, after all, travels through the air. Jasper finished, a broader smile on his face, a spark of the old Jasper returning. Aunt Light, she was Ridley. Something, wasn't she? A force of nature, a true original, on tent-laced. The past tense, cold and stark, momentarily extinguishing their fragile cheer. A profound, unsettling realization crashed over Jocelyn, owning traumatized. Was? Her eyes wide with sudden alarm, the remnants of her tears forgotten. The delicate fern frond on her shawl trembled. Is, Jasper. She is something. She is, damn it! Her voice rose with fierce conviction, as if arguing with an unseen, malevolent force, wide by his hands over his mouth. Horrified, his inadvertent slip, intly. Mott said that. You rewrite, Jocelyn. You're absolutely right. My apologies to the cosmos. Cal is going to be okay. She has to be. Someone always watches out for kids like Cal, doesn't she? The guardian angels of sweet bewilderment. Oiteng you do? Jocelyn's hope flickering anew in her eyes, transforming them into luminous inlibis, loaming them into luminous pools in the dim light. Well, in that case, if you have any favors coming, Jasper. Every last one of them, spare no divine expense, or looked away. A strange wistful expression on his face, a hint of unspoken regret. Mot already have, Jocelyn. Mot already have. He sighed, a profound, weary exhalation that bespoke of unquantifiable pleas and unspoken desires. Onspomubi. A rapid-fire series of urgent knocks, devoid of Mrs. Grimshaw, as usual theatricality, but still possessing a certain percussive insistence, shattered the fragile peace. Jasper jumped, startled, his nerves frayed to a fine, almost translucent thread. Omer get it. Mot legluon get it. Mot know it as late. But perhaps it as news. Good news, one hopes. Not another tragic casserole, bonitized. Mrs. Grimshaw, still in her dramatic, Veltby, in her dramatic velvet, but now clutching a tissue like a prop in a mournful play with her eyes gleaming with renewed dramatic fervor. Good thinking, Mr. Truffle. Ah, such promptitude, such preparedness for the inevitable. She swept in. A gust of mothballs and stale perfume preceding her. All you at eyes. Od Mot, Ve finally remembered why Mot came up here earlier. It estrusly nothing, a mere bagatelle, and Mot, no Mot, probably shouldn't even be bothering you with such pedestrian details, witnessing, in your state profound anguish. But you can't blame me for forgetting. After witnessing what Mot witnessed, and your subsequent churlishness, we bewildered. The memory of her earlier accusations flooding back. Mrs. Grimshaw, what you witnessed was not what you thought it was. And Mot was not churlish, merely bewildered, and covered in flour, or regal wave. With a regal wave, Gunibin. The evidence, Mr. Truffle, spoke volumes. There you were, carrying Cal, practically in your arms. For heaven's sake. Heading for the bedchamber, her dainty feet bare upon the rug. Oh, Onaby, Ottilis. The brazenness, the unadulterated passion, and that flimsy dressing gown she wore. A mere whisper of fabric, concealing nothing but youthful abandon, unattended for Mrs. Grimshead. Her patience thinning to the breaking point, she was too exhausted for Mrs. Grimshaw as elaborate fantasies. Enterprise. Mrs. Grimshaw, Barnaby, S. Hospital. Not in some scandalous rendezvous. She fell, she hit her head. There are complications, perhaps even worse. Jasper was simply trying to help her rest, to prevent further injury. That S, what you saw, remaining composed. With the effort of remaining composed. With the act of remaining composed, and listened widened. Her velvet ensemble trembling. Ve capite hat, fresh shock. Her mouth formed a perfect ob of exaggerated horror. Barnaby S., my little muse. Oh, the agony, the suspense. It's worse than a cliffhanger in a poorly written melodrama. And we want to know the test results until morning. Oh, my heavens, my stars, my poor, sweet lamb. Such a precious, if peculiar, child, momatized. She clutched at her chest of profound, her face, if performative, anguish. Is there anything Maud can do, my dear suffering children? Anything at all? A dramatic reading to soothe your frayed nerves? A casserole? Why, Hittite. You could tell us why you came up here, Mrs. Grimshaw, since that's why you burst in so dramatically just moments ago. Jocelyn prompted, ever the practical one, steering the conversation back to tangible reality. Traumatize. Mrs. Grimshaw paused, her brow furrowed in intense concentration, her eyes darting around the room, as if trying to locate a misplaced thought. Oh, my heavens. Motmet so upset, Motvey forgotten again. She let out a frustrated wail, stomping her foot dramatically, quite traumatized. Put to a frenzied despondency, a profound narrative void. She then spun around and swept out, leaving them in her perfumed wake, still utterly bewildered. Next morning, the sterile scent of antiseptic clung to Cal like a faint medicinal perfume. She bounced off the hospital bed, utterly invigorated, radiating an almost visible aura of renewed life and artistic possibility. Though still magnificent, had mellowed to a softer shade of lavender, a testament to her resilient, albeit slightly thick, skull. On traumatai. Dr. Penelope, looking somewhat less world-weary than the previous night, her glasses finally perched firmly on the bridge of her nose, entered the room, clipboard in hand. She confirmed the good news with a tone of profound, if subtle, relief. Intent. The tests came back negative, Miss Serafina. Completely clear. The brain scan showed nothing amiss. You, medically speaking, entirely fine. Dr. Pipette offered a small, almost imperceptible smile, the kind that hints at a private medical miracle, or at least a surprising lack of disaster. Paitigan. Cal, how beamed, clapping her hands together. A burst of unadulterated joy. Well, Mott could have told you that, Dr. Pipette, and I wouldn't have charged you anything for the diagnosis. Just a spontaneous, artistic rendering of gratitude. A nurse entered with a tray, laden with what appeared to be a full English breakfast. Here, S. the second breakfast you ordered, Miss Serafina, along with an extra side of bacon, per your enthusiastic request. Oh, thank you, nurse, Cal exclaimed eagerly, reaching for a croissant the size of her hand. It looks like a canvas of delicious possibilities, still with Jasper. The moment the frantic phone call had delivered the miraculous news, chided, albeit gently. Cal, honey, you shouldn't eat all that. You already had a hearty first breakfast, consisting of scrambled eggs and a full fruit platter. Quantite. Cal, a nonchalant gesture that belied the seriousness of Jocelyn's concern. She took a massive bite of the croissant, crumbs dusting her hospital gown. Rid of this hospital food, Jocelyn, before any of this hospital food. It's a selfless act, really. Preserving the bland for those truly in need, marmoting a dipla. Dr. Pipette, gathering her things and mentally updating her own life choices, added, There was no answer when Maud called your roommates, Miss Serafina. They must have left already, perhaps in a flurry of relief or a desperate search for strong coffee. Only, Dr. Pipette. Cal chirped, ever optimistic, on the listening grid. Well, they'll be dancing in the aisles, probably. Oh, tell me again, doctor, are you sure Motmet okay? Motmet not going to suddenly fall on my face somewhere unexpected, like in the middle of a delicate painting, or worse, during a complex culinary demonstration, replied flatly. Her voice as devoid of emotion as a perfectly sterilized scalpel. You are as stable as an old oak tree, Onby. Not even when Mot trip, doctor. Even a small artistic stumble. Cal pressed, eager for the absolute limits of her newfound normalcy. Vinitan. Oh no, Dr. Pipette conceded with a weary sigh. her professional facade cracking just slightly, traumatized. Of course, when you trip, you will likely fall. Gravity, unfortunately, remains unaffected by cranial recovery. And when you get my bill, you may also experience a certain dizzying sensation. That's my little joke, Wison, in a more serious tone. Dr. Pipette managed strained professional smile before continuing in a more serious tone. Ismisinchenotize, Nickley, was indeed caused by a minor inner ear disturbance, a momentary disruption to your vestibular system. But Maud can say definitively that now you re perfectly normal, functioning at full, if somewhat quirky, capacity, Orbin. Cal clapped her hands, her eyes sparkling with delight. Well, Dr. Pipette, you must be a truly great doctor, because Mott never was before. Normal, that is. Such a transformation. Like a caterpillar becoming a rather confused but happy butterfly, antipostly. Look, a glimmer of wry amusement in her eyes. Cal, you re some character, Miss Serafina. Truly unique. You know what Mott was thinking last night, Doctor, as Mott lay there, contemplating the ceiling tiles, autumn triste. Mott, Dr. Pipette murmured, eyes fluttering shut for a moment, as if warding off a particularly vivid dream, au navitais. Well, Cal began, settling back into her pillows. Her voice imbued with a newfound philosophical gravitas. Mott was lying here last night, when Yamatifer, Mulikinlessly. And Mott was thinking how practical Mother Nature was when she made us. Such ingenious design, mental problems. One more when, or do you mean? Cal? Jocelyn prompted gently, fascinated despite herself. Jasper, still recovering from his night of terror, leaned against the doorframe. A faint, lingering flower cloud trailing him, with eyes. Cal declared, wiggling her ears demonstratively. Perfect little sonic receptors for the whispers of the universe. But they re in the perfect place for holding up our spectacles. Such dual functionality. And she gave us not 9, not 11, but 10 fingers, aromatized. Which is the perfect amount for counting. So versatile for all manner of digital dexterity. And isn't it wonderful that she put our arms on top of our hands? It is an architectural marvel. Truly, Onelingin looked at Jasper, who shrugged, equally captivated by Cal's unique logic, entregrees. Modet hate your pardon, Cal, but what exactly are you implying about our arms? Jasper asked, always keen on structural integrity, even in biological forms. Louise. Well, Jasper, explained with theatrical exasperation, waving her arms dramatically. If it weren't too for our arms, our hands would hang from our shoulders like this. She let her arms dangle limply from her shoulders, attempting a truly ungraceful pantomime. Velismos. Look, we would be able to scratch our backs. Such an indignity, an unbearable itchiness across the cosmos. Ostentlist. Jocelyn, unable to contain her leaf and delight, and overcome by the sheer, unadulterated calness of it all, burst out laughing, a joyous, bubbling sound that made the hospital room feel a little less clinical. Jasper joined in, a rich, the last lingering shadows of fear. Their combined laughter filled the room, a testament to their profound, albeit bewildering, joy und Aufgabe. Miss Grimshaw, looking suitably distraught and clutching a wilted, somewhat bruised bouquet of petunias, retrieved, no doubt, from the communal bin, rushed into the room, traumatized. She was accompanied by a harried Dean, Thurgood Bluster, Jasper's pompous culinary dean, whom she accosted in the waiting room, convinced his solemnity was a sign of shared, profound grief. Mrs. Grimshaw had a dramatic flair and she was going to milk this, for all it was worth, ultimate. Oblivious to Cal's perfectly healthy, if still philosophically inclined, demeanor. Her velvet cape rustled dramatically, unding and tabby. Is there any news about my little bloom, Cal Serafina? Maud tried to call, but my rotary dial spun in a frenzy of despair, resisting my desperate pleas for information. O pipette, with a masterful, almost invisible, roll of her eyes, gestured to Cal, who was still giggling about, back-scratching. The doctor better tell you. She s with her now. She s rather verbose, but harmless. Cohesional detachment. Dest, then, fromet to mus porfien, off cinchley. She delivered the fine blow, trying to convey the medical reality, without triggering another theatrical episode. Oh, she can go at any time, Mrs. Grimshaw, traumatized. Mrs. Grimshaw's jaw dropped, her eyes filling with dramatic, perfectly timed tears. Dean Bluster, ever formal and ill-equipped for such raw emotion, shifted uncomfortably, adjusting his impeccably knotted cravat. She can go? Any time, you say? Osmatized. Mrs. Grimshaw sniffled, dabbing at her eyes with the corner of her wilted funereal bouquet, her voice with a practiced theatrical whisper, laced with a practiced theatricality. Yes, Mott met afraid so. Does Cal know of this tragic departure? Fontaine replied, her voice unwavering. Mott just told her, traumatized. Mrs. Grimshaw dramatically threw her petunia bouquet to the floor, petals scattering like colorful tears. Oh, Mott met going to miss that girl. Her vivacious spirit, her singular perspective, her truly bewildering art. Such a loss, or be traumatized. Honaby, she began to sob with impressive theatricality in the velvet folds of her dramatic cape, traumatized. Calf, finally sensing the profound overtones of the situation, though completely misinterpreting the cause, waved cheerfully from her bed. Hi, Mrs. Grimshaw. Oh, hi, Dean Bluster. What a surprise. She looked at Jasper and Jocelyn, her expression earnest and sincere. Onitibile. Motmet, so happy to see you both. Your faces, though a bit puffy, are like sunbeams after a long storm. Ponisilis. Jasper and still beaming with relief, their laughter, now having subsided into lingering smiles, rushed forward and engulfed her in enthusiastic, bone-crushing hugs. Oh, gosh, Cal, we glad to see you too, in stick, with genuine emotion, her eyes brimming with happy tears. You gave us quite a scare, you know, by their effusive displays. And Mrs. Grimshaw's ongoing lamentations frowned slightly. Did you talk to the doctor? And you know. She gestured vaguely towards Dr. Pipette, trying to ascertain if they were privy to the sad news. Unsantized. Yeah, Jasper said, still trying to suppress a giggle at the absurdity of the misunderstanding. He glanced at Jocelyn, whose face was struggling between relief and impending hysterical laughter. Or do you feel, Cal? Jocelyn asked. Her voice choked. The cape keep the head leftover emotion and the effort of holding back mirth be faintly restored. Cal replied cheerfully. The not knowing was the worst part of it, really. The uncertainty, the vague specter of the unknown. All Jocelyn murmured, shaking her head. Motmet sorry, sweet Pia. So sorry, honorably guys. Cal's eyes softened, turning to her friends. Her face full of earnest gratitude. Hey, how are you guys? You have been so terrific through all of this. So supportive, so present, honestest. Cal, honey, you should be thinking at now, Jocelyn insisted, dabbing at her eyes with a crumpled tissue. Your well-being is our sole focus, Wait Eyes. Oh yeah. Which Mott apparently will, thanks to Dr. Pifet's miraculous interventions. Mott Luklung never forget how super you both were. Cal's expression grew serious, a look of profound, unwavering sincerity on her face. Rufelirischen Dubais. Mosper. Mott mean? Anything? Anything at all. You name it. A custom-painted vase? A particularly pungent cheese? Mott go, of course, Cal said, standing up and stretching with the uninhibited grace of an awakened cat. Mott would like to go around and say goodbye to all the nurses. They made it lots easier, you know. Their cheerful disposition, their endless supply of ginger ale, olean houseplants, their willing existence of alien debates about the existence of alien houseplants, bonniture. Honey, Jocelyn cried, tears still flowing freely, though now they were tears of pure, unadulterated relief and suppressed amusement. Jasper, however, had his face turned away, his shoulders shaking with silent, uncontrollable mirth. On Bonderby inting. He gripped the doorframe, trying desperately to hold himself together. "Oh, Jasper," Jocelyn whispered, nudging him gently, her voice thick with her own bubbling laughter. Altries. Well, the terrifying ordeal, the medical drama, the specter of impending tragedy. No more worrying about Cal, darling. Soon, this will all just be a memory. A delightfully absurd, but ultimately happy memory, often a tent. She noticed Jasper was sternly to his way, his hand pressed firmly to his face, his whole body quivering. "What's wrong, Jasper? Are you experiencing a sudden culinary revelation?" White, traumatized. Jasper mumbled, his voice strangely tight and strangled. "Just something in my eye, Jocelyn. A rogue speck of dust, or perhaps a fragment of a highly emotional spice." He shook his head, struggling to regain composure, utons of their conversation. And still utterly perplexed by everyone, as prolonged solemnity prattled on happily. "Did the doctor say when, Onaby? He's still quite traumatized." "When what, Cal?" Jasper forcing his voice to be steady, though it emerged as a rather strained squeak. "Ently did be going. To the Elysian Enclave Towers, of course. We had a dinner invitation after all, once in Triden." "Cal!" Jocelyn choked out, her voice a thin, reedy sound, her suppressed laughter now a physical ache in her chest. "Offer me all, till it then be dent." Mrs. Grimshaw finally lowered her hands, her eyes wide with fresh astonishment. "Ophany. So fast, oh the precipitous rush of fate, such an abrupt departure. You know, Mott wished this were in a more theatrical establishment. Cal. A grand stage perhaps with fireworks and fanfares. Mott D just loved to shoot off some firecrackers, really go out with a bang. A spectacular farewell, a lingering aroma of dramatic powder, and triumphant confetti offing her head. Don't worry, Mrs. Grimshaw. I would to really do it. Not with all this sensitive medical equipment around. Oh, excuse me." She gave a little wave, still beaming, and then skipped out of the room, ostensibly to bid farewell to the bewildered nursing staff, all communication. Barnes, Dean Bluster, having silently witnessed this prolonged, baffling, and increasingly farcical exchange, finally broke his stoic silence. He removed his monocle, polishing it slowly with a silk handkerchief. "Extraordinary," he murmured, stroking his impeccably trimmed mustache, a single eyebrow raised in profound mystification. Quite extraordinary. Is she always like this, Mr. Truffle?" Pontemby. Jocelyn and Jasper turned to him, their faces a mixture of confusion, lingering fear, and profound, hysterical relief. Want late. Always like what, Dean? Jasper asked, finally able to control his laugh yet, though it bubbled close to the surface, threatening to erupt at any moment. He wiped a tear of mirth from his eye, mixing it with the genuine tears of anxiety that still clung to his eyelashes. Wing, alligator. Dean blustered from the empty doorway where Cal had disappeared, to the distraught Mrs. Grimshaw, to the relieved, but utterly shell-shocked Jasper and Jocelyn. On off-lead. Why, her impending departure, of course. Such stoicism in the face of the ultimate curtain call, such unflinching bravery. It's inspiring, really. A tragic but utterly compelling performance of courage. Oising agreed eyes. Jocelyn stared at him, then at Jasper, then back at the Dean. The penny, or rather the entire bucket of pennies, began to drop with a resounding, echoing clang. She suddenly understood the true depth of Mrs. Grimshaw's misunderstanding. And now, apparently, Dean Bluster's as well, all too in light. Mrs. Grimshaw, all too well, and was now clinging to Dean Bluster's arm, sobbing dramatically. Lukanai. Oh, Jasper! Mrs. Grimshaw wailed, still clinging to Dean Bluster, still convinced he was Jasper, and completely forgetting she literally just called Jasper Mr. Truffle. Bona good ones. The vivacious, the artistic, the bewildering. Mott have never seen anybody so brave in the face of their inevitable narrative conclusion. Onschwalbin. His denless Grugyu, Dredin Fulis. His expression a mixture of profound embarrassment and utter cluelessness. Cal, Mrs. Grimshaw. All right? Can you pull yourself together? For her sake, if not for your magnificent emotional constitution, Owen had quite traumatized. Just then, Barney Bolt, the slick talking lounge lizard and perpetual schemer who lived upstairs, breezed in, his usual smirk tempered by a surprisingly solemn expression. Traumatized. He clutched a single, slightly bruised gladiola to his chest, its petals a little ruffled, clearly having suffered some indignity. Hi. Mott got here as quickly as Mott could, Jasper. Heard the news. Truly a devastating twist in the plot. Mott brought these for Cal. Such a fitting tribute. Equation. Relief. And the rising tide of hysterical laughter, threatening to overwhelm her, managed to say, her voice barely a whisper. Oh, Barney, Mott made sure she'll appreciate him, darling. Even bruised gladioli have a certain melancholic charm. Of my quest. Yeah, Barney continued, completely oblivious to the rapidly unraveling misunderstanding. He looked pointedly at Jasper. The nurse told me about Cal. She's leaving. Make sure these go with her. No sense in wasting a perfectly good floral tribute, is there? Wandel Mendez. Jasper, Bocker, though his face was still streaked with tears of laughter and relief, stared at Barney. Barney, you worried about what happens to the flowers? Wind again. Well, sure, Barney scoffed, pulling the gladiola back slightly. Oni dunpi mitais. It would be negligent. Oh, and, he added, pulling out a crumpled receipt from his pocket. If you wrap things up here by noon, you won, then have to pay for another day, Jasper. Practicality is paramount, even in the face of final goodbyes, onatized. Mrs. Grimshaw, momentarily from her profound grief by the mention of money and deadlines, lifted her velvet-draped head, her eyes flashing. The money isn't important, Barney Bolt. This is a human tragedy. A soul-s flight. A dramatic denouement. In receipt back in his pocket. Barney shrugged. You mean she is covered by insurance, Mrs. Grimshaw? Oh, wait. Never mind. Don't answer. Don't wanna pry. Just trying to be practical here. Efficient, you know. A quick and dignified exit. Financially speaking, Orson, seeing red. The absurdity of the situation finally tipping her over the edge, snapped. Barney Bolt, please stop talking about things like that. We are trying to process something quite traumatic. Your insensitivity is a wound to the soul, on Freed. Well, Jocelyn, it doesn't hurt to be a little practical. Barney insisted, looking around the room, as if for approval. Uppy. Mot mean. You just drop her off, and then you don't have to pay. The important thing is, Cal, we want to spend every precious moment we can with her, of course. But fiscally speaking, you know, Onda, in sagely. Still mystified by the entire exchange, but ever eager to sound profound and authoritative, nodded sagely. Robbie. Well, fine, Mr. Truffle. But when it's all over here, you can take her home, prop her up on a sofa with some pillows, and stare at her all day. A silent, reverent tribute. Such a touching tableau, Benny traumatized. Jasper's control finally gave way. He threw his head back and began to laugh, a wild, helpless sound that quickly escalated into full-blown, convulsive hysterics, in duty. He clung to the edge of the hospital bed, his body shaking uncontrollably, tears streaming down his face, a mixture of profound relief and utter comedic exasperation. Jocelyn, trying desperately to cover her own snorts of laughter, glared at him, then at Dean Bluster, Omenikigans. Jasper, mot swear, mot another minute. Mot met going to choke this man. Mot met going to choke him until his perfectly manicured hands go blue. Mot met going to put my hands around his perfectly trimmed, pedantic neck. Her voice was high-pitched, almost a shriek of combined mirth and rage, onto traumatized. At that moment, Cal Ray entered, looked completely oblivious to the chaos she had unwittingly unleashed. She carried a small, artistically decorated paper bag, presumably filled with kep ite hat, parting gifts for the nursing staff. Hi, Barney. Oh, hi, Mrs. Grimshaw. Hi, Dean Bluster. Maud met back. Ready for the next adventure. She beamed at everyone, a picture of vibrant, if slightly deluded, good health. On you, Sim. Oh, thank you, Barney. These gladioli are so lovely. Such stoic beauty, a testament to resilience. She took the gladiola, smelling it delicately, waited pulting a breeze. Mrs. Grimshaw, recovering from her fit of hysterics, and once again, with lightning-fast dramatic pivoting, misinterpreting the entire situation, rushed forward, her eyes brimming with a renewed sense of protectiveness. Communicate Kafium. Such exertion is ill-advised for one on the cusp of eternal repose, Ontelby. Why? Cal replied, by their continuing melancholy and strange pronouncements. Mot have to get dressed, so Mot Luglung be ready to leave, Mrs. Grimshaw. My clothes are quite vibrant and require proper staging, Oguvitize. Mrs. Grimshaw gasped, clutching her chest. Leave? You re-supposed to be Cal. You this mortal coil. From this mortal coil. Are you still here, child? Hospitals are only for sick people, you know. Not for those who have passed beyond the veil of robust health, untentihor. The nurse from a woman whose calm demeanor usually belied a dry sardonic wit, walked past, paused, and chuckled warmly, shaking her head, all to Mrs. Grimshaw. But you know, this girl is the funniest patient Maud V ever had. Truly a marvel. She had me laughing so hard, Maud was crying. Her anecdotes alone are a potent painkiller. Oh, if all my patients were like her, Maud be out of business. Indeed. My services would be rendered redundant by sheer joy. Well, Miss Serafina, have a nice trip home. Goodbye, everybody. It's been an experience. Ospoje Bruffen. She gave a cheerful wave and disappeared down the corridor, leaving an echoing silence in her wake. Honor to understand. Heavy, with shared understanding. Jasper's laughter finally subsided into stunned gasps of pure, unadulterated realization. On Tamachuide. Jocelyn stared, wide-eyed. Then, to Mrs. Grimshaw's rapidly contorting face, which was cycling through confusion, embarrassment, and a dawning, terrible comprehension. Barney just looked confused, clutching his slightly mangled gladiola. Dean Bluster merely stared at his shoes, however, was still beaming, oblivious to the comedic bomb that had just detonated. Oh, she's nice. Bye, doctor. Thank you. Mot Lukluang call a cab. Mot need a driver with a strong artistic sensibility to navigate the urban tapestry. She began rooting through her small overnight bag for her phone. Kunataid. Jasper and Jocelyn, seeing the utterly lost look on Cal's face and the sheer, exquisite joy of her health, rushed forward, practically tackling her ite, hot, exuberant hugs. What's the matter with you guys? Cal asked, muffled, struggling within their embrace, going traumatized. Oh, Cal. Jasper choked out, his voice thick with emotion, unable to articulate the profound depth of his relief. Everything is all right. You re well, Cal. You re perfectly, wonderfully, delightfully well. Grating hand. Jocelyn was weeping openly now, tears of profound relief streaming down her face, the last vestiges of fear washing away in a torrent of joy. Oh, Cal, you re well, you re absolutely magnificent on a other. Caldord pulled back from their embrace, looking from one tear-streaked face to the other. Cal, well, what are you so excited about, my dears? Is there a spontaneous art festival happening that Mott am unaware of? Ollie, he can taste. His face still flushed with residual emotion, tried to explain, his voice still trembling with the aftershocks of fear and relief. Well, you see, Cal, we thought that we'd lost you forever to the great beyond of medical mysteries. Where exactly? When did this happen? Cal asked, utterly confused, as if they were discussing a misplaced favorite paint color of used. Jocelyn thought it was forever, Cal. Jasper exclaimed, pointing dramatically at his roommate. You should have seen her last night, Cal. Bananas. She was convinced you were a goner. She acted like it was the end of all existence, the final curtain call for friendship as we knew it, weakly. Jocelyn protested weakly, wiping her eyes with the back of her hand, a faint blush creeping up her neck. Bon Barnaby, mot day, me? Mot day de nut, mot day de nut. It was him. You know, she jabbed a finger at Jasper. He was a nervous wreck, pacing like a caged ferret, practically tearing his hair out. But you know me, Cal, Mot met the calm one, the serene botanist. Mot met always very calm. A steady hand, a tranquil spirit, volumes, osciatized. With a sigh that spoke volumes, ulcomakam, Cal. She was performing a frenzied botanical exorcism on her orchids, convinced they were transmitting negative energies. She knew in her heart, he broke off as Jocelyn, suddenly overcome with the sheer, exquisite relief of it all, clomalt, traumatized. And perhaps a touch of residual, emotional exhaustion swayed, then crumpled gracefully to the hospital floor, a perfect picture of a damsel in distress, albeit one clutching a crumpled tissue. Onchen, Cal cried, alarmed, instantly forgetting her own philosophical musings. Jocelyn! She passed out. Oh, my darling botanist, we satised. Oh, Jocelyn, no. Jasper knelt beside her, then grinned, seeing the dramatic opportunity for one last theatrical flourish. Wait, Cal, let me put her in your bed, where she will be comfortable. Come here, Jocelyn, all traumatized, mimicking a dramatic swoon, carrying her carefully to the empty hospital bed. Oh, for the love of Motluklunk, call the taxi. For both of you, my fainting flowers. Cal, honey, don't you ever stop creating delightful chaos. Grabbed his phone, a final weary, but triumphant smile on his face. Awfully, listening, Pantenica mutely. Life at the Crimson Chameleon Collective had returned to its usual rhythm of gentle chaos, only with an added, almost maternal, layer of communal neurosis surrounding Cal's well-being. Monetized. Everyone watched her with an exaggerated solicitude that both amused and puzzled Cal herself, making her feel, she once confided, like a particularly delicate, yet unpredictable, exotic plant. Onduitai, flight. Jasper. Busy with a challenging new culinary project from Dean Topper, a surprisingly intricate 12-layer rainbow cake for the Dean's niece's chameleon-themed birthday party, was in the kitchen, furiously chopping heirloom vegetables with renewed vigor. Jocelyn was organizing her new shipment of rare air-purifying succulents in the living area, meticulously arranging them in ceramic pots, shaped like various mystical creatures. The sound of clanking dishes emanated from the kitchen, confirmation to multitask between perfecting his chiffon cake batter. Jasper, help me with the dishes. Jocelyn called out, noticing his brief lull in whisking activity. Her voice was firm but gentle, a clear directive. Oh, sure. Jocelyn, a moment of sparkling, clean synergy awaits, he replied, wiping his hands on a pristine chef's towel, already anticipating the precise geometry of stacked plates. Motlukluang get it, Inchlight. Tia, Abli, Aliver, on listening Tetlis. Sounded at the apartment door, a rare demure knock for a certain landlord whose usual entry style involved the force of a small meteorite. Opened a potai meet, traumatized Millis and Grimfold. Dressed today in what appeared to be an early high mid-century nurse uniform, complete with a tiny, albeit slightly yellowed cape, Benton, Tromat, for once, was less overtly dramatic and more subtly mysterious, like a silent film actress contemplating a profound, yet unseen, tragedy. Obiuld. Oh, do come on in. What a delightful costume. Are you auditioning for a period drama? Cal chirped, ever cheerful and utterly without filter. Unti Sishing. Greeting. Entered. A picture of practiced solemnity, her cape swishing. Lays. Hi, Cal. Well, she announced, her voice resonating with an uncharacteristic, almost hesitant gravitas, like a hesitant crescendo. Motvi finally remembered what it is. Motvi been coming up here to tell you, my dear tenants. It has been a burden on my soul, reputation auto mind. Efofal, offer my mind, onken. Curious and always eager for a good story, leaned forward. Oh yeah, Mrs. Grimshaw. What profound truth have you uncovered? Inti Tromer paused, building to a dramatic crescendo. The rent. A faint echo. It is 10 days overdue, my dears. Her expression then softened, abruptly morphing into a saccharine smile that was a startling contrast to her earlier sternness. It ought to be whole, a small all. Flattery gesture with her hand. A pantomime of generous understanding. Worry, children. Not a whit. After what you kids have been through, with the terrifying head injuries and the uncertainties of a premature hospital departure, you can just forget about it. Consider it a benevolent reprieve, a dramatic act of landlordly clemency. Okingsby, Hayes traumatize. Cal S. Awide. Reflecting her unshakable belief in the inherent goodness of the universe. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Grimshaw. You re the best landlord ever, a true angel of benign bureaucracy. Quite exaggerate, Bannon. Mrs. Grimshaw slightly exaggerated, bow, her small cape fluttering like a victorious banner. Ulmendiage. NBs. Until tomorrow, my dear Mussing. Tomorrow, of course, the scales of fiscal justice shall swing once more, she declared, sweeping out with a rustle of her nurse's cape and a faintly echoing, self-satisfied chuckle, leaving the trio in bewildered silence, unexpected benevolence, go reading in a tie. Thus endured, born a stage set for a fresh cascade of misunderstandings, triumphs, and the occasional, accidental, truly heroic act. Meridian Heights Saga Lective. Saga continued on Professors. Spark, S. Principals, merely an apartment building. It was a perpetual, rotating stage for the endlessly unfolding dramas of its inhabitants. And today, the latest act starred Calliope, Cal Serafina, and the dubious art of door-to-door sales, autumn of impending farce. Quickly, aromatized. Jocelyn Willow watched to me as Cal meticulously counted a stack of brightly colored playing cards, laying them out on the coffee table like sacred talismans. Each card, a relic of their peculiar domestic history, was treated with artistic reverence. Onan, traumatized. Jasper Truffle, perpetually juggling his Calaman's gastronomy, and with an equally demanding schedule of shifts at Velvet Spoon, Krent Bistro tried to appear busy, meticulously counting a different set of cards, this time from a well-worn, suspiciously thin deck. Onan. His brows were furrowed in concentration, not just on the count, but on the delicate balance of not alarming Cal with his findings. Only 42. 44, Jasper muttered, dealing out the cards with the practiced flick of a professional croupier, his mind still halfway contemplating the perfect emulsification of a vinaigrette. He fanned the depleted deck. Ornimile. Why are there only 47 cards here? Have the mythical card fairies of Viridian Heights claimed their due? Envy, in Wigan. Jocelyn, of particularly fussy fiddle leaf figs, their velvety leaves needing utmost care, barely looked up from her delicate task. Her voice was calm, accustomed to the illogical eddies of Cal S. reality. Oh, well, Jasper, honey. Cal and Mott were watching that classic spaghetti western marathon last week, weren't we? Such a profound exploration of existential cowboys. Obby, Jasper groaned, sensing the impending narrative cul-de-sac, a familiar turn on Callis Road, of charming illogic. And, Oslin continued, oblivious to his mounting dread, one the cowboys was playing that game. You know the one, where they throw all their cards into a hat for dramatic effect. So, Cal and Moat tried it. Such an immersive experience. Cal, being the innovator, we coffee wins, suggested we visualize of flying cards, Omatite Weist. Jasper's head slumped into his hands, a sigh escaping his lips' weight of every single one of Cal S. previous endeavors. The subtle scent of damp, recycled paper suddenly became overpoweringly potent. On traumatize, you mean? 5 cards went down the commode. A watery grave for the King of Spades, Oyobin. Just then, Cal bounced into the living room, a large, suspiciously glossy box clutched protectively to her chest like a newborn. Her vibrant, hand-painted leggings clashed gloriously. Vekepite had her equally vibrant, hand-painted tunic, opale. "Hi, Jasper. Jocelyn," she chirped, radiating an almost visible aura of boundless optimism. "What have you got there, Jasper? More temperamental desserts?" pointed the depleted deck. 47 cards, Cal. A testament to the fickle nature of tabletop gaming. He then pointed at Cal's box. "And you, my dear, what fresh artistic endeavor, or perhaps philosophical conundrum, does that cardboard sarcophagus contain?" From Cal's side. A single, brief cloud of melancholy, briefly shadowing her bright disposition, a fleeting shadow across a sunny landscape. Oceans. Mode I did not get a raise at the rooted soul, Jocelyn. Not a single extra cent for my invaluable aesthetic contributions and spiritual guidance to the philodendrons. That's what Mott got there. A profound sense of fiscal undervaluation, or traumatize. Seeing the genuine, if fleeting, hurt in Cal's eyes, patted her hand. "Poor Cal, did you complain? Did you eloquently articulate your intrinsic worth to Mr. Moss, the rather grumpy accountant?" Out her chest, a defiant spark in her cerulean eyes, retorted. "Complain? Never. I wouldn't give them the satisfaction. Not a syllable of grievance. Maud just told them my work was priceless. Jocelyn, ontimaced. A unique blend of botanical wisdom and spontaneous artistic brilliance. And if they couldn't afford priceless, well, then that was their profound quantifiable loss. A tragic oversight on their part," Kirby said. "Well, you went out and bought something new?" Then Jasper ventured, always a quick study in feminine coping mechanisms, despite his inherent bafflement by their complex intricacies. He knew that for many, retail therapy was a potent balm. Omurosily. "How could Mott?" Cal retorted, bewildered by his faulty logic. "Mott need a raise to be able to buy something new, Jasper. My artistic endeavors, while spiritually enriching, are not always fiscally remunerative." She shook the box emphatically, a subtle rattle emanating from within. Morning. "That's why Mott got the box. It is the vessel of future prosperity," concluded Elaine. Vaurin looked with Jasper, then carefully, almost gingerly, took the box. She peered at the elegant, gold-embossed label, her eyebrows rising. When he was again. "Easy, this time cosmetics. Cal, honey, why wouldn't they give you a raise? You read the best secretary they have, if you don't count your shorthand, which resembles hieroglyphics by a startled bird, and your typing, which has a charming, if unpredictable, rhythm. Inschelt, who has in Jocelyn," Cal announced proudly, sweeping her hand dramatically across the living room, nearly knocking over a carefully balanced stack of rare botanical journals. "On gate, offer Obi. Selling, you know, door to friends, over the telephone, through interpretive dance. These are cosmetics and toiletries that every discerning man and woman can use. Jocelyn, they are the very essence of self-enhancement," or grimaced, contemplating the prospect of adding cosmetic sales to their apartmentees. Already crowded agenda of eccentricities. Connection. "Yeah, well, Cal, don't use lipstick, darling. It clashes with my chef whites, and quite frankly, it's a bit messy when trying to perfectly plate a deconstructed Caesar salad." Untelton. "It's not just lipstick, Jasper. Don't be so myopic, Cal insisted, opening the box to reveal an array of shimmering pots, sleek tubes, and glistening vials, untraumatized. It's aftershave. Tempestuous tide. For the modern man with a penchant for maritime mystique. Oh, and this lovely beard oil, first whisper. It evokes the primal essence of the ancient forest floor. Jocelyn will undoubtedly like that for her horticultural aromatherapy sessions. She brandished a small, amber bottle, unbeutildized. Jocelyn held a decent shimmer cream, its contents gleaming like captured starlight, on the tag. He's still poit, Cal, darling. It requires is really hard work, you know. It requires a certain ruthless drive, a steely determination, a willingness to face polite rejection. These are not, shall we say, your most dominant characteristics, sweet Pia, contingentenertlijst. Cal dismissed her concern, wave. A gesture born of blissful ignorance, congeal no jostly, awfully. The man at Easy Time, Cosmetics, a rather slick gentleman with an even slicker hairstyle named Mr. Sleazy Salesman, told me Maudie make a lot of money. He said that this job doesn't take any ability at all, Jocelyn. Not a single marketable skill. And that, he assured me, totally perfect for it. A natural-born cosmetic evangelist, continues traumatized. Jasper saw the panic brewing in her eyes and decided to intervene, plastering on a forced, encouraging smile that stretched his facial muscles uncomfortably. He channeled his inner culinary showman, Oshini. Yeah, well, Cal, I'll be great. Fantastic, phenomenal. You can sell anything, sweet Pia. A truly magnificent talent for persuasion, bruting trumpetide. Cal's face lit up, her earlier disappointment completely forgotten, replaced by a radiant, almost blinding, glow of renewed confidence. Oh, thank you, Jasper. You read the best, a true beacon of supportive affirmation. Onekobi, in impultrise, in half around him, impulsive, if slightly, sticky, hug, narrowly avoiding smearing pink lip gloss onto his chef's apron, unende, traumatized. Jocelyn waited until Cal had disappeared into the kitchen, humming an off-key but undeniably cheerful tune. She looked at Jasper, her eyebrows raised in an expression of profound disapproval. Mercy, Jasper, she whispered, her voice laced with weary exasperation. Offer. Hoyle. Cannaby. Wow, Haitu. You really believe what you just told her? Or have you simply ingested too much hat caramel and lost all touch with reality? Shrugged, and untraumatized. Attempting a chalant air, though a faint blush crept up his neck. Roslyn, darling. Mot Donty. Not for a second. But Mot just loved the way she says, thank you. It is so genuine, so utterly disarming. Besides, he added, glancing furtively at the kitchen, Cal tried selling before, Quaker. The blade of botanical bliss, she called them, way inside. The sound like a rustle of dry leaves. Oh yeah, Jasper. Mott remembered that particularly sharp incident. She made $4 selling the knives, Jasper, but she spent $5 buying band-aids for all her cuts and nicks from the demonstrations. It was, shall we say, a net loss, for Beote had her fingers and her ledger. Mott met going in there, Bintronaby, Jasper, and Motme going to tell her the unvarnished truth, for her own good, for me, that quite her shoulders, who preparing me for the inevitable, gentle confrontation, Guanaby, the kitchen, where Call was enthusiastically and somewhat sloppily applying a neon pink lip gloss to a rather bewildered avocado. Oh, hi, darling, Jocelyn said, her voice carefully modulated, Gold Motwerbin, thinking. Honey. And, after much deep philosophical contemplation some people just aren't cut out to sell door to door. It requires a certain robust constitution for constant rejection, adequately, undoubting thing-atized. Cal, missing, looked up from the avocado, which now sported a rather fetching pink pout on them. It's like some flowers just aren't meant to be indoors, right? But don't feel bad. You have so many other abilities, my darling botanist. Such a gift for nurturing, for cultivation. Don't you laugh, Jocelyn. Don't you dare laugh at my profound insights. Only a traumatite. My Aver attently wagged a pink-tipped finger at Jocelyn, who was struggling valiantly to suppress a giggle that threatened to erupt like an over-fertilized compost heap. Bontimi Bolt. Just then Bolt, the sleek, perpetually tanned proprietor of the apartment below theirs, a notoriously shoddy venture called Barney S. Bazaar of Bewildering Bargains, sauntered in, adjusting his impeccably coiffed, perpetually shellacked hair. This meaning. He wore a loud floral shirt that seemed to aggressively challenge Cal S. leggings for sheer visual audacity. "Hi, darling," he purred, his eyes scanning the room, always on the lookout for a potential angle or a romantic entanglement. Wannabe. Guess what? Mort was just taking a power nap, you see. Building up my masculine reserves. You, Jasper, must come over to my apartment with me and help me change my light bulb. It's a matter of some urgency, Oni. Her face a mask of weary cynicism. That's a switch, Barney. Val, why can't you change it yourself? Is the mere thought of climbing a step stool too emotionally taxing? Often. It's just too high. Jocelyn, darling, Barney complained, exaggerating his plight with a theatrical sigh. Often Bison. Such architectural extravagance. Why don't you just get on a bed to reach it? It is simply not feasible, my dear. Not without risking life and limb. And quite possibly, my perfectly coiffed hair, one B's, is now be. He just with a dramatic sweep of his hand. Mott thought you'd never ask, Jasper? He called out to the kitchen, assuming Jasper would be as captivated by his predicament as he was. All to wait in. Barney spotted Val Vortex, their flamboyant neighbor from apartment 2A, descending the communal stairs in a glorious, rustling flurry of purple silk, sequined tights, and melodramatic sighs, out of a perpetually misunderstood diva, perpetually searching for the spotlight, or at least a handsome, leading man. Ah, Val, darling. Oh, hi, darling. My saving grace. You've arrived precisely on cue, on called, completely ignoring Cal, who was still trying to sell an avocado on the merits of a pore tightening mask. Good to me. Val, catching sight of door, gave him a sultry, lingering look, her eyes promising a universe of theatrical delights. Barney. Dear boy. Maud can't help myself, Jasper. Darling, truly, my self-control has abandoned me. Whenever Mort met close to you, my dear chef, Maud get this tingling sensation all over my body, a veritable symphony of nerve endings. It is quite overwhelming, while tonight. Lislit, she struck opposite elements of a femme fatale and a startled swan, comincendary, of a gendry. Jasper, sensing trouble, brewing a particular kind of Val-shaped, amorous trouble, and remembering his culinary mission, quickly pointed to Cal, hoping to divert Val's dangerously intense gaze. Question. Hey, Val, if you want your body to tingle with truly invigorating delight, why don't you try some of Cal's new bath lotion? It is called Blondes Have More Fun. Apparently, it unlocks hidden reservoirs of effervescence and daring when traumatized. Val merely scoffed, tossing her head. so that her long, perfectly coiffed blonde hair swished like a golden curtain. Why do they keep spoiling it for other people, Jasper darling? It set a tragic limitation on our collective fun, emphasized. Her hips sashayed provocatively, her eyes fixed with singular, predatory intensity on him. Watch out, Jasper. Excuse me, Barney, darling, but it's my turn to answer the door of destiny, or at least the call of a perfectly desirable chef, whis dramatically. She winked, narrowly missing Jocelyn's face with a particularly enthusiastic swing of her sequined hip. Audibly, a series of frantic bird-like squawks and insistent, agitated taps erupted from the landing. Off in McHale's. Mrs. Grimshaw, now dressed in a surprisingly tasteful for her tweed suit and a jaunty, if slightly over-the-top, feather cap, stood outside, clutching a small, leather-bound notebook with the intensity of a bloodhound on a scent. Her bird-like cries indicated an urgency beyond the mundane once she began. "Oh, look!" Cal exclaimed, delighted by the sudden new arrival. "It's Mrs. Grimshaw, in full detective regalia. Perhaps she's investigating the disappearance of a particularly vibrant flamingo, recognized, traumatized." Barney, ever and perpetually oblivious to the subtle currents of human emotion, turned to Val, his eyes sparkling with a fleeting idea. Read again, traumatized. "Mrs. Grimshaw is great with flowers, you know. Such a delicate touch for one so vociferous." Ossian. Val shot him a look that could curdle milk. "Well, Barney, why don't you go plant yourself permanently, and perhaps reconsider your deeply flawed understanding of interpersonal dynamics?" Ostibite. She leaned in conspiratorially to Jasper, her voice dropping to a stage whisper that was clearly audible to everyone in the hallway. "Oti, she just can't trust herself to be in the same room with me, Jasper darling. My raw magnetism is quite unsettling for the less evolved among us. Such a powerful aura of theatricality and desirability." Ergo tried to back away, sensing trouble brewing. A specific kind of volatile, Val-generated trouble. His internal alarm system was screaming at full volume when he evolved. "Listen, Mrs. Grimshaw, however, having a preternaturally acute sense of whenever she was the subject of conversation, especially when it involved being labeled less evolved, had overheard Val's thinly veiled insult. Untaotize. She fixed Val with a stern gaze, her feather cap seeming to bristle with indignation. "Want you mean possessing a sense of propriety and adherence to accepted social conduct? Then yes, your presence is certainly a test, Val Vortex. A profound test of my moral fortitude." She then, to Jasper's utter astonishment, turned to him, her tone softening unexpectedly. "Wait. Ah, Jasper, and she seems to have taken a rather, shall we say, motherly interest in you two young men. How touching," flummoxed. A motherly interest. The concept was so far removed from Val's overt, theatrical flirtations that it triggered a profound cognitive dissonance. Grimshaw nodded knowingly, a self-satisfied smirk playing on her lips. "Well, sure, Jasper. What else could it be, knowing Jasper's inclinations, so to speak?" "Oh, yeah. Right. Your inclinations. Such a culinary passion," On agreed. "It's as a darn good thing you're not interested in her too, Jasper. Otherwise, you'd be out bag and baggage, and perhaps even patio." "Without a moment's hesitation, my dear. For the sake of moral uprightness, often. Mrs. Grimshaw, what can we possibly do for you now?" Jocelyn asked, cutting to the chase, trying to navigate the choppy waters of Mrs. Grimshaw's eccentric demands. Orsini. Mrs. Grimshaw began, flustered by the direct question. Barney told me you're having a poker game up here tonight, Mr. Truffle. Her eyes narrowed with a renewed glint of suspicion, as if poker was some clandestine, vaguely immoral activity. Aunties. Jasper and Jocelyn exchanged quick glances, a silent, frantic conversation passing between them. Jasper quickly adopted an air of feigned innocence. Poker? Mrs. Grimshaw, darling, we're not playing any poker. Not a single card in sight. Such a mischievous rumor. Grimshaw's face fell, collapsing into a pout of profound disappointment. Onmangen, agree. Jasper, a profound personal tragedy. Mott had have $100 just burn a hole in my pocket, you see, clamoring for some high-stakes action, and Mott V always wanted to learn how to play poker, to engage in a sophisticated game of strategy and deception. Alchesteady gently, glint in his eye. The prospect of unexpected income suddenly trumping all other concerns. He quickly pivoted, his earlier denial vanishing like a poorly executed flambé. Grated. Oh, poker. Mott met, so incredibly sorry, Mrs. Grimshaw. You never heard of puker, have you, Mrs. Grimshaw? Neither have Mott. That's why it puzzled me when you said it. It seemed a rather unsanitary pastime. Hey, Barney, he added, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. Won't we play that poker game at my place upstairs? A more salubrious environment, shall we say? Communist grinned back, envisioning an evening of easy marks. The great Jasper. Excellent idea. Motluklung get the guys together. The usual suspects, you understand. Motluklung meet you there at 8:30. How about it, Mrs. Grimshaw? Are you in for a night of intellectual challenge? Konpir. Excellent. Superb! Mrs. Grimshaw exclaimed, clapping her hands together with the delighted enthusiasm of a child, unwrapping a long-awaited present. An evening of calculated risk and social discourse. My favorite kind of soiree. Such a welcome diversion. Milesing another prime sales opportunity. Bounded forward again. Her cosmetic case swinging dangerously. Auntie eyes. Oh, Mrs. Grimshaw, before you go, how would you like to buy some of this fantastic new cologne? Mottaby, Mott met selling. It's absolutely invigorating. It promises to evoke the spirit of 1,000 blooming daffodils. Grimshaw recoiled, waving a dismissive hand. Oh no, thanks, child. No, not a whit. Mott Vev got all. Mott need, you see. Met a proud charter member of the exclusive Odor of the Month Club. My fragrances are curated, my dear, not peddled, innant. Cal, undeterred by this polite but firm rejection, held up a tiny vial of glittering liquid. Well, Mrs. Grimshaw, how would you like some forest whisper musk oil? It evokes the primal essence of the forest floor, a scent that whispers of ancient earthy secrets. Oden Biten. Mrs. Grimshaw sniffed disdainfully, her nose wrinkling delicately. No thanks, dear. My musk isn't a squeaking, and Maud have no desire to smell like a distressed badger, my dear. She gave a curt nod and began to depart, her velvet cape billowing behind her. B, seeing Cal S, rapidly wilting enthusiasm, stepped in, gently taking Cal S' arm. Now you see that, Cal? Even Mrs. Grimshaw, with all her adventurous spirit, did to buy anything. I think, my dear, perhaps you should give up the whole idea of selling. It is simply not in your artistic DNA. Who shook her head stubbornly. A fresh wave of determination, erasing her earlier despondency. Unbide. Darling, She's a landlord, a purveyor of property. Landlords always say no. It's in their job description, mental aspect of their very being. They immune to charm. Mott met going to go down to the Gilded Goblet. I bet Mott can sell some of this stuff there. It's a place of earthy realism, a truly authentic market. Unschligetil, tenschli, hulindiest. She grabbed her cosmetic out the door, a determined, if utterly misguided, glint in her eyes, oshly traumatized. Jasper sighed, running a hand through his flour-dusted hair. He imagined Cal attempting to sell artisanal soaps to grizzled bar patrons. The image was at once profoundly amusing and deeply terrifying. Burnt. If you later, Jocelyn, I think motluglung. Grab something to eat before the game. Something fortified, perhaps, to prepare for the inevitable comedic disaster. Raised an eyebrow. A flicker of irritation in her gaze. Hey, Jasper, what about me? Emmott simply to subsist on the lingering scent of desperation and old velvet, halfway out the door. Paused. All right, Jocelyn, darling. Perhaps some leftover artisanal hummus. Goluglung, excuse me, Mort, have a gourmet destiny to fulfill. And a 47-card deck to complete, Ornibis. Such are the pressing demands of a culinary artist. And reluctant poker host, he strode out, leaving Jocelyn to contemplate the intricacies of her fiddle leaf, figs, and the chaotic trajectory of her roommate. Ambitions. Undebactus, Binletted Goblet. The Gilded Goblet, a dimly lit just a few blocks from the collective, was not exactly a hotbed of cosmetic commerce. The air hung thick with the mingled scents of stale beer, cheap tobacco, and unspoken regrets, opening into definitions and low-stakes Trajan base, herefore. Dissins, and low-stakes drama, Oriku Troker Traumatisend. Cal, however, oblivious to the ambient gloom, the wary glances of the grizzled patrons, and the inherent unsuitability of the venue, set up a makeshift display on a small, sticky table on per pp. Jukebox that played only classic rock ballads, and a man who looked like he'd been marinating in existential dread for several decades, on ingruitly. She laid out and fragrant vials like precious jewels, oblivious to the incongruity. Wilty. Hi, guys, Cal chirped, ever optimistic, her voice echoing unnaturally loudly in the cavernous, somber space. Only to my eyes. Mott met selling cost you much, either. My prices are practically giving it away. A steal, truly. Oh, and Mott met only doing this part-time, you know. Mott have a regular job, too, nurturing botanical wonders at the Rooted Soul, those Gilded Goblet evenings. Their faces etched with the tales of countless Gilded Goblet evenings and their livers having experienced untold indignities, exchanged a long, cynical look. With one, a man named Bartholomew, cleared his throat, blowing a perfect, ethereal smoke ring that seemed to mock Cal's bright optimism. Oh, sure, sweetheart, he grumbled, his voice a gravelly rasp. Onitais. Just keeping busy, huh? A little side hustle to keep the artistic fires burning, eh? Says. Good. Cal beamed for it, convinced she had made a breakthroughs, because Mott met looking for repeat business, long-term patronage, a devoted clientele, and if you not completely satisfied, Mott have a money-back guarantee, such a promise of quality. No questions asked. Of midnight mystique perfume, its dark, liquid, shimmering tantalizingly. Mott must be dreaming, fellas. But what do you say we go over to my place? We can have a proper private consultation about your individual aesthetic needs. We neither. One of the regulars, a man named Neil, choked violently on his cheap beer, his face turning an alarming shade of puce. He coughed, spraying beer foam across the table. Me too, he wheezed, bewildered by her suggestive invitation. Why? What mean? Why there? What could we possibly need there? We inability to breathe. Utterly missing his underlying discomfort and literal inability to breathe. Obi, we can take care of it. Right here, right here. Sure. This table will do just fine. My good sirs, a temporary salon, forged from the crucible of opportunity. Mot Luglung show you what Mot met selling. Oh, now, she added, gesturing expansively with a giant tub of cuticle cream. Gory traumatized.
Lay back in it.
Mot have a full line of shampoo, aftershave, clothes, foot soaks, artisanal earwax removers. On it Neil, clearly unnerved by her unbridled enthusiasm and the increasingly bizarre array of products, grabbed his friend Bartholomew. Forget it, Wally. Come on. Mot Luglung buy you another drink. This is too much Christmas. Want to be traumatized. He dragged his friend towards the bar, casting a bewildered glance over his shoulder. Your coffee reminds me of my mother's. Really, he muttered, trying to make an excuse to leave. Moit. Cal, trying to be friendly, perked up. My father always said it was grounds for divorce. Ha! Get it, grounds for divorce. Now, don't you start, sir, she added preemptively to a startled barfly who had merely coughed politely. No, I won't do anything, Mot promise. Just trying to build rapport, King Romatize. Defeated. Her boundless optimism temporarily deflated. Cal sadly gathered her wares, the bottles clinking softly like tiny heartbroken chimes. Oh, what's the matter with me? She whispered to herself, her lower lip beginning to tremble like a delicate leaf caught in a breeze. Off it. This stuff is supposed to sell itself. It is to be irresistible. And it better. Because Mot can't sell any of it. Not a single facial scrub. Not a single shimmer cream. Mot can't do anything right, Jocelyn Jesper. Oh, obvious. No wonder Mot did night at the rooted soul Mot don't deserve it. My worth, both artistic and professional, is clearly negligible. Omatite. A single perfectly spherical tear tracked a path down her cheek, leaving a faint, shimmering streak in its wake. Obi, infantly. Cal collapsed onto the communal sofa, her super-sized cosmetic case sliding dramatically to the floor with a pathetic thud, its contents rattling forlornly. Olafin little soldier. Returning from a ultimately trauma, if truly demoralizing, ultimately harmless, battle, Ooted soul Mr. Moss. A surprisingly busy day, at the Rooted Souls, the accountant had insisted on an impromptu plant propagation workshop for the staff. Saw Cal's distress, the slumped shoulders, the lingering scent of despair mixed with synthetic vanilla, guileless, but ached for her guileless friend, or traumatized. Oh, Cal, now listen, darling, that is just not true. Jocelyn insisted, her voice soft but firm, trying to inject some much-needed botanical wisdom into Cal's self-flagellation. You are a person of immense, if often misdirected, talents, on Jocelyn. Cal insisted, her chest heaving with theatrical sobs that echoed faintly in the quiet apartment. Ostint. Mot am a complete failure. No wonder Mot did get a raise at the flower shop. My contributions are clearly negligible. Mot don't deserve it, Jocelyn. Not a single solitary penny of it. She buried her face in a particularly fluffy, if slightly stained, throw pillow, in circles. Rubbing her arm in comforting circles, Opal have a rough time selling. Selling at first, sweet P. It is a steep learning curve, requiring a thick skin and a strong sense of salesmanship. Not like you. You possess a certain transparent honesty, which isn't always conducive to closing a deal. Why, down at the Gilded Goblet, wish I ran away from you. And one man made you write a letter to his wife, Motist. Cal looked up, her eyes wide with a mixture of confusion and renewed distress. Why, Jocelyn? What grievous offense did Mot commit this time? Confession. Jocelyn sighed, remembering Cal earlier, tearful confession. 80, or chaos. Offery, all. Because, Cal, you inadvertently bought spilled of Midnight Mystique perfume all over his pants, darling. He rather vigorously referred to it as intimate provocation, and seemed utterly convinced he would have to explain a clandestine encounter to his long-suffering spouse. Oh, Cal, one concluded, trying to sound serious, but a chuckle threatened to escape. The chaos you create, Cal wailed, burying her face deeper into the pillow, convinced of her own profound ineptitude, emerging from his bedroom. Jasper, after a brief, restless nap, a futile attempt to catch up on sleep, before his shift at the Velvet Spoon, saw Cal's despair, Anabibi, pre-Hedlicade. His chef saw heart with the intricacies of French sauces and the elusive art of the perfect jus, swelled with an unexpected, profound compassion. He couldn't stand to see such a vibrant spirit so utterly deflated when omatized. Mott, Met sure you can be really good at selling. Truly. You just gotta learn to be tough, sweet Epia, like a resilient succulent in the harshest desert conditions. And no matter what, never take no for an answer. No is merely a suggestion, a creative challenge. Udluktud. Cal looked up, her eyes wide with a glimmer of returning hope. No, she repeated, testing the word like a foreign, unfamiliar concept. One insisted, nodding emphatically, channeling every ounce of Professor Spark. As nascent assertiveness training. No is an illusion. And when you reselling, Cal, you always have to go. Go, go! Go, go, go! Momentum is key, relentless pursuit, quamatize. Go, go, go. Her face already brightening. The storm clouds of despair rapidly receding, replaced by the brilliant sunshine of renewed enthusiasm. She bounced slightly on the sofa cushions, radiating an almost visible aura of frantic, go-get-em energy. Kabi. Mess right, Jasper continued, warming to his theme, thrilled to see Cal's spirits lift, coordinatized, and traumatized. It's a powerful linguistic inversion, a sales technique designed to penetrate the deepest layers of consumer resistance. Can you do that, Cal? Can you embrace the transformative power of the affirmative negation? More-faced. Yes, Cal declared, upright, her eyes sparkling with understanding, convinced she had grasped a profound, universal truth. Unhappy. Cal, Jasper prompted, testing her newfound philosophical prowess, asymptotically. Because yes means no. Cal replied, looking utterly bewildered again. The previous sparkle in her eyes momentarily dimmed. Oh dear, this is a rather contradictory universe, isn't it? Onlings philotais. The intricate logic of sales philosophy was clearly not a natural fit for Cal's charmingly chaotic mind. Cal, wait a minute. My instructions, my pedagogical methodologies, seem to have become somewhat distorted, Pofloyer, before he could clarify. The door to Val Vortex's apartment burst open with a theatrical flourish, and Val herself emerged, looking utterly desperate, her perfectly coiffed hair a bit disheveled, her sequined tights noticeably snagged. Comio said, "Jasper, darling, you have to do me a favor. Immediately. It's a matter of life, death, and particularly vexing plumbing." Orson. Jasper, still reeling from the confusing speech, hesitated, his mind a whirl of conflicting thoughts, almost traumatized. "Oh, Val, darling, Mot will, if you will. Tell you what, my dear, if you do me this favor, Mot look lung come up and fix your emotional well-being. Or perhaps the plumbing, depending on which is more catastrophically broken," Confinstendi. Her earlier distress momentarily forgotten, replaced by the thrill of a bargain struck, on Pingnai. "Good. Excellent. The repairs. We lung turn out the light bulb, and you can turn me on, Jasper. It will be a night of profound reciprocal illumination." She paused, contemplating his proposal with a thoughtful air. "Irresistible. A coup. My irresistible chef," Gur leaned in conspiratorially, his voice dropping to a stage whisper. "Val, Mott just want you to buy some stuff from Cal, from Easy Time Cosmetics. That is a deal, Val. A simple transaction for the greater good of a fragile artistic ego, well be." Val's theatrical brow furrowed for a moment, weighing the pros and cons of purchasing dubious cosmetics. Then she shrugged, a gesture of elegant resignation. "Wishindi. For you, Jasper, darling, anything. My credit card is yours to command. Mott will bravely endure the inevitable cosmetic aftermath." One achromatist, truly relieved that at least one part of his elaborate plan was falling into place. "Well, Val, darling, hang out here for a couple of seconds. Mott lung just call Cal out. She's currently embroiled in a profound philosophical debate with an avocado, Osmavend, where Cal was still trying to untangle the logical knots of no means yes. Cal, come here, my little sales maven, on Trinilai. Jocelyn." This highly suspicious exchange narrowed her eyes at Jasper, her botanist instincts for detecting phoniness instantly on high alert. "Jasper, what are you up to? This smells suspiciously like manipulation, albeit with good intentions, Boyiten." "Just watch, Jocelyn, darling," he whispered, a mischievous glint in his eye. A delicate ballet of strategic deception, all for Cal, as tender artistic sensibilities. He then nudged Cal towards the door. Un Cosmetic said, "Cal, and she's in a receptive mood. Why don't you try to sell her some more of your wonderful Easy Time Cosmetics stuff?" Able to mutter rememberings her previous demoralizing encounter with Val. "But Mott did already, Jasper. Mott can't remember." She said no, quite emphatically, if I recall. Something about preferring artisanal mud masks, one a beating. Mott think. Jasper stage, whispered, pushing her gently towards the waiting Val. "Now remember, Cal, just go, 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 go. Unwavering confidence. Relentless pursuit of the sale, offer of quiet." Cal repeated, taking a deep breath, and confronting Val, her eyes sparkling with newfound and entirely artificial determination. "Awnings, Val, darling. Mott, have this fantastic new face cream. Celestial Dew. Lemonade. It promises to erase the ravages of time, eliminate those pesky fine lines, and leave you looking like a Botticelli angel, newly descended from the heavens. A vision of unblemished beauty." Contemplatentumomatized. Val, catching Jasper's eye and giving him a seduct wink, declared, With an almost comical lack of enthusiasm, Tusen, mot luklung take it, Daphne, bewildered. Daphne, Okim dramatically. Just give it a chance, Carl. Mot luglung buy it,